Yeah, so where you guys left off, you are I don't know, you're hot on the trail, but you're on the trail following Grom the Paunch through Bretonia. The kingdoms, the fiefdoms and kingdoms to the west of the Empire, which apparently Grom has been pillaging his way through. Now you came across a cart and some signs of violence, and you followed it, and you found what you expected to find: more violence. In this case, in the form of goblins riding spiders, shooting bows, and hitting you with scimitars, and all kinds of fun stuff. And I think we were on count 13, so we were through the first initiative order, and we're back to the top. Take it away, Yoshi.
How many things we got going on here?
7 at the moment.
That
Yeah. I don't know why they all say Centaur Skirmisher. I don't know how to fix that.
what?
They all say Centaur Skirmisher.
Are
And I'm not sure why.
Did we not kill any of them last time?
You've
I thought we
heard a
had
few.
killed one of them.
You've heard a few, but you haven't killed any.
Okay. I just remember there was a real Alan Quartermain with the bow moment with one through the field.
We seem to hit them and then they go running.
Yeah.
That does seem to happen.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna go with the most obvious path. I'm standing. There's one between me and Harbeck right now, so I'm gonna wildly swing my swords at the one that's directly in front of me.
Yep. Sounds good.
Man, they have a lot of
My character.
Oh.
23 hit.
Yeah.
Alright. Just tracking there.
Status effects. I think you're knocked prone, right? I think that's what it is, Ludwig, right?
Yes?
I'm pretty sure that's what I would do. How much? 12. Nice.
Right, and then 24 hit?
No, actually.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. That's
Oh
fine.
shit!
That's
Yeah,
fine,
I beefed it this time.
Yeah,
I beefed it.
absolutely beefed it.
Where's the beef?
7. Still pretty good. Okay.
Don't I get an extra attack too?
Yeah, you do.
Alright. This will be the bad roll, I promise.
Yeah, no.
Is that it?
That's
Don't say that. Don't say
That's
it.
fine. +7. How do you have +7?
Okay.
Anyways.
I have a +7 attack for.
Yeah, I guess proficiency. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's fine. Go do.
Yeah.
Give me some damage. What does that look like? Another
12.
All right. So, do you want to describe what that looks like with that whole exchange, if you will?
Yeah, so Yoshi cuts off the front right leg of the spider, and when it dips down, I stab it in its stupid head with the Wazakashi, and then follow it up with another slice to the other leg that's still there.
And as you do, you see the last stitch of life leave the spider, but the goblin is still alive, but only just.
Probably super rattled though. He was like, "Oh, this is my favorite pet. I had this spider since he was just an egg. I love him."
The spider was my boy.
Spider was my son. He's been transformed by a wizard.
All right, is that your turn, sir? All right.
Well, that's it for me. I did the damage.
Yeah, that's sure did, buddy. That was a nice turn. Okay. is this one over here's turn. And seeing that, because technically that guy's still up and still, you know, in the fight, he's going to come at you and get advantage because now he's flanking. He's going to do a pounce attack.
Bounce.
19 hit.
Yep.
Okay, 10 bludgeoning damage. DC 13 strength saving throw, please, sir.
Otherwise, you get knocked prone.
That's a 12. That's a fail. You are
On the ground.
on the ground. I'm trying to give you an icon. I had a bunch of other ones, but Liam moved them. I don't know where they went. Okay. And he's gonna follow that up. Oh yeah, so that was his full. Oh yeah, okay, sorry. Quick friendly game. Actually no. No, the spider's dead. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Not a friendly game.
Not a friendly game. Alright. That's it for that guy. Right, and on to the next one. This one here. So seeing the theme here, he's gonna come. Be much less wise about who he attacks. And he's gonna do a multi-attack. He's gonna do fight with advantage because yep. So you are also flanked. 24 hit, sir.
Yes.
All right. So you are immune to poison, then, aren't you?
I believe so.
So 12 piercing
Immune to
damage.
some shit. Which is halved because rage is on.
Right. Want to do that DC 13 strength saving throw, please?
My
Oh,
just regular
Constitution saving throw.
con save.
Can you be poisoned?
Normal.
Or are you just immune to are you immune to being poisoned, or are you immune to poison?
Oh, I'm gonna have to dig through the sheet here. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, well, while you figure that out,
Should be on the right-hand side, right underneath your speed and armor class.
does a 17 hit?
Defenses.
It does.
That's another 8 slashing damage on top of everything else.
Okay.
Okay. It is
So it's resistance to poison.
resistance to poison. Okay, so that's 15, so half.
Constant.
7.
8 plus 7. Oh, yeah.
It's easy when the numbers are that close.
Yes.
And then another 8 slashing damage.
Got it.
Got it. Okay. It's a good turn for him. Alright, it's the weasel's turn.
He is just gonna. He's gonna weasel away.
Nice.
Kind of here, I think that distance. 5. Okay. There you go. Go to there and hiding behind a bush. Making me hide, actually.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it for Weeze.
The Wheeze turn. Alright, so this goblin is gonna do a scimitar scimitar attack on you with advantage of strength and prone. 25 hit, Mr. Yoshi.
The 25 definitely hits.
Alright, 9 slashing damage. Okay, that's his turn. And he is going to attempt to hide. He's not going to get his advantage though, because just in the mess, in the mess of things going on here, he's going to attempt to hide. 15. He succeeds. He is now hidden. Poof, gone. No idea where he went. Got puff of smoke. Okay. This one here. He's gonna take a run and try to. Oh, he's on the ground too. Yeah, so he's gonna take a run. Do a bite. Siegfried. Wolf. Scimitar.
God damn.
Take the 7. So 9 damage. And then Siegfried needs to do a check. Yeah, he's fine. He is not poisoned. But that still hurt a fair bit. And then he's going to take his chances and also... He's going to take his chances and disappear again. Take an opportunity attack at disadvantage. Twice. 11. Yeah, misses. Yep. Okay, and then he is also going to hide. Attempt to hide. Yep. Another one. Oof, gone. Alright, Ludwig, your turn.
I am going to Misty Step away.
Where are you going?
Over here by where Wheeze is. 30 feet. That's less than 30 feet. And then I am going to Eldritch Blast.
Alright. Double beam.
Of course.
Same one or different
where-
one?
Don't
one
fuck
of
with my
each.
dog, though.
What's that, sorry?
So don't you hit my dog now.
This guy and this guy.
Both of them separate? Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna hit the top one first and see what happens.
Alright. Yeah. That's good.
That should be right? Yeah, that's plus my charisma.
Yep. 13 damage.
Plus 4. Yeah.
Good hit, good hit.
How's he looking?
He felt that one. As you pop that off, he's going to disengage. I believe it's half his movement. He's gonna kind of get behind this rock here, which would give him about half cover.
Okay. I'm gonna hit the second guy then, or try to hit the second guy.
Just misses.
And that is my turn.
A little more than just, I guess. The bonus act, or yeah, you missed except bonus. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And we have this one here. Some crazy facing movement. Yep. So he's gonna come, flanking Faldron, and he is going to. Yeah. Pounce. 18 hit Faldron.
I believe so. Hold on.
Pretty sure you're right. 11 bludgeoning damage. Then
How much was it?
11. Strength saving.
No, how much was the roll?
18.
What is my PV?
Proficiency bonus is 3.
Okay, so it's a 16. It's 13 plus PV national.
Yeah. Remember when you're doing your circles to go out at 90? At your. Yep.
So 7 damage?
Yep. We're at 11 damage.
Right there.
Also, Harbeck, did you pass your con saving throw?
Oh, I haven't rolled it.
Okay.
I will roll it.
DC 13.
Okay. All. All right.
Yeah, you're fine. Right. That's his turn. And he's gonna stay where he's at. Now it is Siegfried's turn. Siegfried's gonna spend half his movement getting up. Prone. He's gonna fire a pistol at this one here. I think he's got 2 left. Woof. 26. 10 damage.
I didn't see that roll in the chat. Did everyone else see it?
Oh, it's straight. That one I got going straight to me. Fix that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's public now. Yeah, actually, he shouldn't have scripts right on anyways. And seeing that was fairly effective, but wanting to get into it, he's going to come here, get flanking, and he's now gonna pop his crimson right on his rapier. Take damage. That's 2. He's gonna do attack.
Ignore this misty step. Just trying to.
And at that, the spider is going to disengage. Gets the fuck out of here.
These things are annoying.
There's a bunch of little bitches.
Stop moving so I can crush you.
And it just, you all hear the wild crack of a pistol shot. And everything seems to suddenly focus and get quieter. And in the distance, actually, who would be closest? Ludwig, can you give me a perception check, please? Assuming you're
I see
no
nothing.
Dirty 20, nice. At this moment, you hear hoofbeats about, I'd say, a little less than 100 feet away, coming from the north. This is north.
I'm assuming north is the top of the screen?
North is the bottom of the screen.
Bottom. Okay. Well, that could be obvious.
Just for the sake of continuity. Okay. Now this one that was hidden, he's gonna come around here and do a couple slashes at you. You do a big slash. 16 hit, Mr. 30.
I think that- can't remember if it's 16. But armor class 14.
14.
So yeah.
The bite hits. Oof. 5 piercing, and 11 poison. So
Ow.
total of 16 damage.
28.
And then con saving throw, please.
For me.
Yes, for you.
Let's see if this works, boys.
Nice. You are poisoned
It
for
worked.
1 minute. I will get
What does
you.
that mean?
I believe you have disadvantage on everything, but double check. Let's put give me 2 seconds here. So this one here, he's gonna come out of it here and do a bite. He's not in. And a scimitar 25. You do 9 slashing damage to follow that.
Yeah.
And then
All that's going down.
he is gonna attempt to hide where he's at. In a little bit of cover, so it's possible. No, not this time though. Okay. So poisoned per the 2024 rules.
I think it just adds a damage.
From what I'm reading, it's saying a condition that imposes disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, yep. Yep, disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
How do we get rid of said poison?
You don't.
Reading.
You take a potion of anti-venom.
Oh, but you said it lasts for a minute?
A minute. Which is 10 rounds of combat.
Yeah. So I'm useless. Girls.
Although useless, but
Pretty useless. I can't do a whole hell of a lot. It's my turn, right?
it is.
Let's start by rolling a d4. For Baldrun. Baldrun will get 4 ferocity. He has 2 enemies around him, is that correct?
Correct, yes.
Let's start with. I'm gonna put something in the chat and explain to me if this makes sense. This fairy fire marks them with a light, correct?
Yes, correct.
Does that mean that they would then be harder for them to hide?
Why doesn't it tell the exact wording of the spell? I think so, but let's look at the actual.
Yeah, it's weird. The explanations aren't the same as they used to be. Show more. Objects in a 20-foot cube within range are outlined in blue, green, or violet light. Each creature in the cube is also outlined if it fails a dexterity saving throw. For the duration, object and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius and can't benefit from the invisible condition.
So I would say if you can't be invisible, it is broad daylight, so they get advantage on their stealth checks to hide, which is nasty. So I'd absolutely let you get rid of that advantage. They would just be rolling their stealth checks straight. Dim light. If it was underground, absolutely no chance they'd be able to hide. But because you're out in bright daylight, that dim light isn't quite as potent. But I would say it definitely negates their advantage to hiding.
Okay. And my hunter's mark does. It's an action to place first, or it's always a bonus action.
Always bonus action. can do it for free, or you can do it. One of the other options there. You change your element, and you can cast it without concentration.
Let's cast Fairy Fire. I believe that does still give me advantage on attack rolls. Did I read that?
It does.
Attack rolls against an affected creature or object have advantage if the attacker can see it.
Yeah, so that would negate your disadvantage. Yep.
Okay, so let's Fairy Fire on one. I can't get away without taking. So let's do it on the one next to me anyway. How do I actually do that? Cast.
Where I belong, down at Big Pony Club.
So I just cast it, right? Just throw it in the chat.
Yep. Correct.
Remove one of the little diamonds. Because that's me casting the spell.
Yep. It should do it automatically.
Oh. There it goes in the chat. I cast.
Okay.
And I want to do it on the one next to me.
So,
Yeah.
well, it's a 20-foot cube. Or yeah, 20-foot cube, I think.
Yeah, it's a 20.
So you can catch at least 2.
So from what I read, it hits the one that I put it on for sure, and then any other one gets to roll a save, I believe.
Let's read that again.
Anything within the cube?
Yeah, it should be just anything.
Each creature in the cube is outlined with if it fails a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, if it fails a dex saving throw, yeah. I see where your head's at, but yeah, no, it's you put the cube down and everything inside makes the check. As far as I'm aware.
Cool. So 20. Yeah, so it'll get the 2 right next to me, right?
Yeah.
That one.
I'm gonna, yeah, you want to do it in such a way so you don't catch yourself and the others. Yeah, that's fine. That's you're getting half of each. That's plenty.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
I would.
not right.
This is. Yeah, we can finagle this, but yes, you could do it. All right.
Excellent.
So dex saving throws, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, ignore the advantage. So 21 and 8, 1 pass, 1 fail. So I'll say this one here passed. This one here failed. So he is gonna be glowing and sparkly.
Excellent. Let us
There.
then.
There. Ah, it doesn't work.
Let us druidic longbow, sharpshooter.
So that's
It's
because
normal
you're within,
then?
because you're within 5 feet. That's going to be disadvantage again. You have to get clear, or you can do your shillelagh if you still have a bonus action.
Layla.
I'm gonna move and take it out.
Layla.
Yes.
Oh, now I want to make a bard druid.
Bard druid. It feels like
Just purely for the fucking casting of Shillelagh. Shillelagh.
I'm gonna move
takes a steel
away.
drum and just beats him over the head with it. Bang, bang, bang. You're gonna move.
Do I take an opportunity attack for that? I assume.
You take 2
Why do I take 2?
because there's 2 enemies there. You were here. Were you here or here?
Okay.
Were you here?
I was right next to this. I was this guy. I was here.
There. So yeah, that's next to that one and that one. I believe. Yep. So that would be 2. Are you
I
sure?
guess we have a choice.
This could be pretty nasty, just so you know.
So the fairy fire was my first action.
That's your action. Yeah. So if
That's
that's
what-
your action, you can't do any longbow attacks or
Any
otherwise.
So then I have bonus action to either use Hunter's Mark or fight with Fall Run. So let's do that. Let's have Fall Run fight and hold against the spider behind him.
Which one? Behind him. This one?
Yeah, that.
All right.
Let's do that.
14. That meets it. Meets it. Yep. Go ahead, roll some.
Yeah.
damage. 7. Nice.
And so then he's restrained. Is that also how that works?
Grappled. Grappled, can't use two-handed weapons. Disadvantage against shield. Yep.
More importantly, I assume he can't run away.
Correct. Yep.
That's it for me.
That's it for you. Okay. Harbeck Dan kill. Are you ready, buddy?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Oh, if only there was someone within swinging distance, I could attempt to chop in half with my two-handed battle axe, with great axe swing.
Sometimes. This is the way.
Dual buildings. Okay.
Great axe. Loving this great axe, eh?
I am.
Alright. So I'm assuming it's on this one.
It is.
Yeah, that's good. Go ahead, roll some damage. Whoa.
18.
Yeah, so he's definitely. So as you bring the axe down and you chop off 2 of its legs on one side, and it reels and it bolts, disengage into the bushes over here.
Excellent.
Keep going.
You can go a little farther, actually.
I'm just gonna move over here and swing at the next guy I see.
What's this one?
Hang on a sec. If I go right there, would you count that as flanking, or he's
I would.
down, isn't he?
No, he's not down. He's just poisoned. He's down,
Poison.
but he's
Oh, okay, I see. All right.
little skull.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even looking at that one.
Yeah.
All right, there, you're helping me flank. Let's do this again.
Let's see it.
That's advantage, right? That's what that
Correct.
means.
Yeah.
All
There
right.
it is, right at the fucking top.
Rarely successfully flank. Huh.
Why are these so massive?
Fairy fire.
There.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
That's what I say.
Double ones.
Double nat one.
Double ones, man.
Double ones.
Bruh.
Do you want to narrate this or should I?
Herbeck kills himself.
Harbeck puts his own axe in his own knee.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I go to swing the great axe, and as I bring my hands over, I just let go, and the axe falls behind me, and I bring my hands forward with nothing in them. Just kind of look at them, my empty hands, and pick then grab my battle axe, because, yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know how that's possible.
No, that's good. That's a is it a 1 in 4,000 or 40,000? Can't remember. It's a 1 in a lot.
4,000.
It's a 1 in a lot chance. I think it's 1 in 4.
1 in 4,000.
4,000? Yeah.
Yeah, 20
Yeah.
times 20.
Nice. Yeah, that sucks. But your first
No
hit,
other way to
do.
do that.
your first hit absolutely slapped. Okay. So Yoshi, let's see how many. Oh, let's see. Hasn't been a full turn yet. Not quite. Okay. Yoshi, you're up.
As in, like, I'm up off the ground, or am I still laying there?
No, you are. It is your turn to play.
But you're still on the ground.
You're still on the ground. You
I'm
can stand
still
up
on the
if you want
ground.
to. Or you can try to fight from your knees. It's completely up to you.
Just laying on my back, doing this.
Stab
Like
I
a
mean-
stuck-
I mean-
like a
in the belly,
stuck
man.
turtle. Like a stuck turtle.
Yeah. I mean, the one that Harbeck kind of beefed it on there for a second is still pretty close. I could just awkwardly stab at his underside. I'm sure that's weak.
Yeah, so if you don't stand up, you're going to take disadvantage on your attacks. So that's
Yeah. I'm gonna try and stand up.
Whiskey. What are you drinking? Anything good? Yeah, whiskey. What whiskey? I have children, but I just don't buy it often. I'm buying it last night. I got a bottle. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I like Scotch. I like Scotch.
I have like a $60 bottle of Suntory at the liquor store, like premium Japanese, and I keep eyeballing it every time I'm there, and I can feel my wallet cry, and I'm just like, oh, maybe one day.
all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and stand up.
Stand up. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do that. That's half your movement.
Oh, okay, perfect. And I'm just going through my stuff, and I just see a bunch of stuff that I've never touched before.
Okay.
Because I effectively got fucking bing bonged here harder than I've ever been bing bonged in one go. I lost 19 points. And that's a big. That's
You and me
a
both, brother.
Bing bong, bing bong.
yeah. That's a big bing bong. I got bing bonged good.
You got Bing and Bong.
Yeah.
Bing
We
bong.
didn't just get Bing Bong, we got Bing and Bong.
Like I bong banged the other guy, and that guy's like, I'm gonna bing bong him, and then I was on the ground. And then the Harbeck did the big womp womp, you know, when
Well,
he dropped it.
He did a wabang and then a womp womp. The wabang was pretty
Yeah.
loud. You could. It was
Yeah.
like the slap that went around that was heard around the world. When he came down with it first, it was like bang, and then you could just see him throwing his axe straight behind him when he's trying to pull it back.
Then it went
Yeah, I like to
womp.
imagine it was like a Looney Tunes thing. When his hand came down, there was no axe there. You saw the line from his eyes look, and then the outline of his axe, and his hand not being there, and he was like, and then the axe was still floating in the air behind him, and then it dropped. Anyways, that's enough of yeah. So with my with my second wind, I can regain hit points equal to a 1d10
Yes, plus
if I use my second wind as a bonus.
plus your fighter level.
Fighter level.
Plus fighter level. Nice.
Yeah.
So up to 15 hit points, you can recuperate.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pop one of my second winds for that purpose, and Liz. So I rolled a 6, and my fighter level is 5.
Correct.
So 11 points back. That brings me back to 41, so I'm in a good spot. And yeah, I'm gonna take the old shot at that guy.
Right.
navigating through the pages from features and traits back to combat causes my computer to just absolutely stutter.
Really?
A little bit. But
That's
is this guy invincible?
That's a miss. I'm sorry. But the good news,
absolutely.
is that you have, I believe you have.
Yeah.
It doesn't. That's not Dex. You hit a creature with his weapon, you have advantage. You did not hit. You did not hit with it. But if you miss, you have advantage with the katana. So if you do your katana next, you will have advantage. Or sorry,
I don't know the
Wakazashi.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
Nice.
25 hit?
Yeah. That came in handy.
Clutch.
Yeah, I gotta fix your descriptions because I made them when this was basically non-functional. -9. All right. So he is gonna, you guessed it, disengage. Hop, skip, and jump over there. Yep. As you
where I
cut, as you bring your cut, you hit it just under the belly, just between the legs. You make a nice green slash between its what you assume is this rib cage, and as it makes contact, it, as quick as you can imagine, just flips. It's gone, and it's basically running into the grass. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna ask where I used my second one as my bonus action. Do I lose my extra attack?
No, because you.
So I still have my extra attack.
Yes, you still have your extra attack. You still have your extra attack, and you still have your bonus attack because both of those weapons are light. And that is a new feature of 2024, which is super nice.
Cool. I'm gonna move in to give some assistance here and use my extra attack on the fairy fire fellow.
Yep. So you have advantage, I believe.
You would.
Mr. 3F.
Mr. Forget.
It's a critical hit.
Fairy Fire Fellow.
Yeah. Give me some damage, buddy.
The regular damage or with advantage?
Crit damage.
Oh, I didn't hit crit damage. 1 second.
Okay. So
12.
Really didn't matter.
No.
8, 7 plus 1. Yeah. Yeah. I'll let you keep the 12. It's still pretty decent. Oh yeah, I can. Oh, that's nice. I can send the effects to back. So yeah, there we go. So 12 damage. Right? So as you do that, you bring your Wakazashi up and fully cut the spider's head off, and the goblin is standing there staring at you.
So do I still have my Wakazashi now?
Yep.
For the follow-up?
So
Okay.
you missed your first attack. You use your Wazakashi for your second, and that was your katana again.
Yep.
So that's 3.
Fourth one, I'm gonna swipe at the goblin, I guess.
Oh, you have 4 attacks?
Well, I used my bonus. I thought you said I still had a bonus attack
Yeah.
after my extra attack.
No, so you used you missed 1 attack, right?
I missed 1, and then so this would have been my 3rd attack, so that should be done.
That should be done. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty
We're
sure
good.
fighters do get a 4th attack. It's just not yet.
Not yet.
No, later.
Yeah.
Later. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's it for me. I'm gonna stand here next to Thuri to provide some potential meat shielding while he's laying on the ground.
He's not,
I'll have a good-
he's not laying on the ground.
I'm poisoned. I'm not laying on the ground,
He's
but
just,
I'm still
I thought you were
not doing
so
very hot.
he's just an off shade of green. He looks like like that.
Looks like he's about to throw up his lunch.
Yeah, like you can see like the gray kind of lines starting to come up of his arm where he got bit.
I'm gonna holistically chant to try and fix him, even though that's complete bullshit.
Sick. I'm on board.
All right.
3
the
appreciates the
Usa,
effort.
The one that
Usa,
ran away
Usa.
from you earlier is gonna come and position itself so he gets advantage, and then do a little multi-attack bite scimitar. 17 hit. Actually 20, 21 hit
On me or Harbeck?
on you.
Yeah, oh yeah, 20 hits, absolutely.
Okay. So scimitar. So 12 damage on the scimitar, and then
These
sorry,
goddamn points back.
5 on the 12 on the bite, 5 on the scimitar. So 17 total.
Okay, 1 second. Doing my math. Yeah, I was right. Okay. And DC 13 con save?
You got it. Well, you failed. You are poisoned.
Bad.
Maybe if we chant for each other.
You get poisoned. You get poisoned.
I chant at you, you chant at me. And it's just a weird scene while we're dying, throwing up on each other.
So
You're a green goblin.
it's been roughly, I'd say. So as you guys are, because it was this is right around this time. So as you guys are coming up, and it's starting to look pretty dire here. Ludwig hears it first, and then Thury hears it, and then Yoshi hears it, and finally Harbeck can. Since he's the lowest to the ground, he can't see much, but he can definitely hear it. And you hear the of a very large horse coming at speed, and within 30 feet. Sorry, a couple of horses. You see 2 knights. One of them with a familiar-looking sigil and a red sword. And we are going to add them to the initiative.
Oh.
Give me 2 seconds. Alright. So 18 and 4. So we're gonna resort. Okay. Where'd the 18 go? I'll take the first.
That just changed the board to 13. They're probably stacking.
Weird. Okay, well, we'll worry about the 4 later. We'll deal with the 18 now. Okay. That is weird. This should be... that's why. That's why the token is generic. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. There we go. Okay. All right. So we have some allies coming to your assistance.
Now, do we know they're allies?
Well, you've fought with them before, so reasonably sure.
Okay.
They helped out the first time. So this
Where-
one here is gonna turn its focus to Harbeck. straight rolls is going to get a bite and a scimitar out. 23 hit. No, 11 doesn't. 23 hit.
23 hits.
That's a 7 slashing damage to you, sir. And he's gonna stay put. Actually, he hears the hoofbeats too. There's two of you there. Yeah, he can't do it this turn. Have to worry about next turn. Yeah, that's him for now. Now this one over here. He's gonna reposition here, and he's gonna, instead of charging, he's gonna short bow at you. Does 18 hit, Harbeck?
18 hits.
Wow, they're rolling really well. 6 piercing damage. Like they I haven't rolled, I think, less than a 13 on any attack so far. It's kind of bonkers. Yeah. So 6 piercing damage to you, sir. And that was a little bit of movement. And he's actually gonna go back here and he's gonna attempt to hide. Not this time. Alright. Now, the familiar knightly figure of Cedric the Bull comes charging up, and you hear the battle cry in his native language. And he comes charging with his flaming red sword. Should be advantage. Yep. Okay, so 7 slashing. Oh, that's a great sword. Yeah, it's not. As well. That was 7, so 14 slashing damage. So that guy, the first hit lands, and he attempts to run. He attempts to disengage. Actually, no, he will be able to disengage. Yes, he will. Gets a 7. Actually, no. Because then he just follows him and he does it again. And yeah, and then he gets his -7. But yeah, he has as much movement as they do. So he's able to chase him down when he's trying to run. Hit him again.
Yeah.
Alright, Weasel. That's you, Dan, I think.
Yeah, Weasel's just gonna chill.
Chill.
Yeah, he's hiding.
He's hiding. Okay.
Weasel's living the dream.
Alright.
Then Ludwig.
Oh, let's wait. There's a couple hidden ones here. So this one here.
There's fucking more of these goddamn things.
They've been
Sorry,
running and
Are they
hiding.
the same ones?
So
There's
this one is
more
gonna get
of these.
a. Actually, he's gonna come up on you, Thuri. Yeah, the goblin that was.
There's more of these goddamn things.
that was.
Dude, I had to do it in character. It took me a minute to get at least close to the voice.
Voice Jesus.
So that one there, so this one is just the spider. This one's just the goblin. He comes up and he tries to cut out the back of your ankles, Thuri, and you see it coming, and you parry down with your bow and knock his blade basically up, not quite out of his hand, but off track anyways, enough that it doesn't hit. And
Dick.
then
And then it's Ludwig.
uh,
Ludwig.
no,
More.
no.
But you,
No!
Now I'm starting to feel bad for the first time, I think ever.
Oh, Jesus Christ! It's
Oh
fucking
my
right
God.
there.
Oh.
And he
Whew.
fucking crit.
The thing is, oh yeah, because he's hidden, he gets advantage. Yeah.
Oh, but I have alerts. He can't. He fucking like.
What's that?
Sneak up on me.
Yeah. Oh man, so that's 13. 13 bludgeoning damage. So yeah, just as you say, there's more of them. Out of the grass comes another one. My wife.
Other creatures don't gain advantage on attack rolls against you as a result of being unseen by you. Fucking alert!
Unseen? Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll take that. Yep.
Oh, you didn't see me. He's hidden.
Yeah,
I didn't
the
see him.
wording's very it's a little bit ambiguous, but I'll give that to you, 100%. All right, so what's your AC? Is it 13?
I think. Oh, I don't even think so. That's disappointing. 14! 14!
14?
14! 14!
So, you, as you say, there are more of these things, and you just
Fucking things!
The hairs on the back of your neck prickle, and you start to turn, and you see the grass moving, and you see one about to jump out and pounce, and you step out of the way.
Fucking flying senses is what that is.
Yeah. And then your weasel bites it in the leg for 1 hit.
Weasel's.
I'm assuming he's prepping an action.
for story purposes.
Minus.
Yeah, Weeze is useless. Like, he's a fucking spirit weasel is what he is. He's gonna stop his toe.
One damage, man. We take it.
Alright. So he's still fucking up your range though, so he's in your business. It's your turn though.
I can't waste another fucking misses. God damn it. I hate fucking doing this. Like, I'm gonna disengage.
Disengage. Running towards the cavalry.
Yeah. And then that's my turn.
That's it? No bonus?
Well, disengage is an action, right?
Is it?
So
Oh, okay.
that's why I hate fucking doing it. It's
No.
bullshit.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. Unless you're a fucking rogue and have stupid fucking cunning action.
Yeah.
You gotta run away like a little baby and not do any attacks. So I'm running away like a fucking baby and not doing any attacks. That's fucking feisty.
That does suck. That does suck. I'm sorry.
Fuck the fuck.
All right. This one here by Faldron. He's gonna dip. He's gonna disengage.
He has. Baldron still has him, right?
Oh
Is
right,
that the
he
same
can't.
one?
You're right.
He can't disengage.
That's right.
That was the whole plan.
You're coming with me. All right.
Baldron's gonna eat this fire or nothing.
Just so I don't forget, I'm gonna put grappled on it. These tags, I love these tags. This is the best. Oh yeah, in case you're wondering what your money goes to, this is the kind of stuff your money goes to. Which reminds me, I gotta shake this down. I gotta shake this down when we're done here. Just a heads up. My boss is getting mad, so. Alright. So he is grappled. He's grappled, so he can, I think he can still make an attack. Is it with disadvantage? Remember.
I think he just does it with advantage, no?
Yep, nope. So he's just, he can still attack. So he's gonna make a scimitar. Just a scimitar. I will give you that the spider can't get around to bite him because he's being held on to. 21 hit. Faldron?
On Faldron, yeah.
Alright. That is 8 slashing damage.
Jeez Louise. Fuck. Done. I go to 7.
Oof. Okay. And then that is his turn. That's all he can do. Siegfried. Oh boy, Siegfried's gonna have to pull some fucking wild shit here. Yeah. So he's gonna fire his last pistol. I'd say at this one here. And that's a fucking... That's a crit. That's a crit. That's... Yeah, that's enough. So as Ludwig, as you're running away from the spider, you hear the crack of a pistol shot. And you just see green spray everywhere. And the goblin and spider fall to the ground. Minus 22. And that, yeah, first one down. 6 more to go. 3, 4, 5 more to go. Oh, 6 more, yeah.
It's 20, right? So you
Right.
can shake down.
And then, so Siegfried is going to... He's gonna move up here. He's gonna move up here, and he's gonna take a whack. He's gonna take a whack at this one here as well. 14 just hit. So 10 damage. Whoa. Hey, I think he's, yeah. That's pretty close. That's pretty good. Okay. All right. That is Siegfried's turn. This one here is not liking his chances, so he is going to disengage as well. And I believe it's 60. 60, yeah. So he's going far. And I believe that is his turn. He's going to attempt to hide, actually. There. Nope. Can't do it. He's too clumsy because he's missing 3 out of his 8 legs.
That'll do it.
Pretty sure the goblin's actually dead. The goblin's actually dead. It's just the spider. So yeah, he's still there, but he's looking rough, extremely so. This one here is gonna try and disengage from Cedric. But he's gonna get 60 feet. 60 feet, and he's gonna try the same thing. He's gonna try to hide. And he's gonna fail as well. Okay. Woof. Alright. 30. You're up. And now I gotta add this guy to the initiative board as well.
What is that crossing skull and crossbones on this guy?
That means it's no spider, just goblin.
Just a goblin. Okay. So let's do the thing we always do. Let's start by rolling Fall Drama. D4. Roll a 2 plus 1, so that's 4. Come on. Oh, that's 4 ferocity.
4 ferocity. And he uses 3 to maintain the hold, right?
Maybe?
I think it does. Yeah, I think it's... If you... I believe it only costs you a bonus action to cast it, but to maintain it costs you ferocity. It costs you 3 ferocity a turn.
What if we just wanted to do it again?
You can just bite him again. You just bite him again if you want. Or you can try to do it again. And get the... Yeah, so you can cast as a bonus action and hold on to him and then just leave it. And then he's grappled, he can't go anywhere. Or you can get him to bite again and grapple again. And it costs exactly the same. The only thing is it costs more. It costs the action economy. It costs you the bonus action to do it.
Right.
So otherwise same ferocity cost, same everything else, but it costs you the bonus action to get the other attack in.
And what does the Shillelagh? Is that a bonus action as well?
I believe so.
Spell attack. as a bonus action as well. Okay, so let's just have him maintain the hold for 3.
Okay.
That's step 1. That will be set back to 1. So then if I Shillelagh the goblin that's beside me, that takes my bonus action to transform and then the regular action to attack. Is that it?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
So you'd still be at disadvantage because you're poisoned.
Right, and he's not.
So if you position yourself, if you move 2 squares to your left, you'll be flanking with Harbeck, and then you'll get advantage, and it'll be a straight roll.
But then do I provoke an opportunity attack, or do I...
No, you can move within. You can move within a creature's range, which is a little silly if you think about it, but don't think about it too hard.
Yeah.
It's only when you turn...
So like I can move down to here. Right, go.
Oh, you're there. Right. Sorry. Your tokens look very similar. With the
They do, especially when they're right next to each other.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, sorry, no, you can't get flanky on him. I apologize. But yeah, it's just a goblin. Just sitting there looking at you.
Let's fuck him up with a Shillelagh. I haven't used this one in a while. I want to bonk. I'm going to move the bonk step.
Yeah.
Let's bonk. I think I did. I don't think I think it's just going to roll more.
Woof. Yeah.
Does it matter?
Woof. No.
It doesn't.
No.
Rough.
Rough. Yeah.
So now I drop my stick too?
No, you got your stick. That sucks.
Just like cast Shillelagh and then goes to pull the bowstring back and goes, what the fuck? That's how I'm imagining this happening.
This gets all confused. Alright.
Yeah.
So, Harbeck, what's your
I think
dex?
that's it, right?
I feel like your dex is higher. I'm gonna give you a...
My dex is +3.
Yeah. So you go before Mr. Knight or not. I miss Combat Master so much. Anyways, go on there, sir. Do your worst.
All right. Oh, it'll be my worst. No, it can't be worse. I rolled a double nat 1 last turn.
It literally cannot be worse. It literally
Cannot be worse. Well, we're right here. I've recovered my great axe, and we're gonna try to swing at him again, gripping tightly this time.
Are you? Yep. You're just where you're at. You're not maneuvering around.
No maneuvering.
All right. All right. Let's see it. That'll do. Go ahead. Roll some damage. Nice. So. You guessed it. As you bring your axe down, you cleave off the back, its back 2 legs, and it's dragging its thorax. It skitters off into the grass.
Nice. We're gonna move. Yeah.
Nice.
And we're gonna swing. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god.
Wait, that should have been with advantage. Can I just roll a second?
Yeah.
Roll a
I
second one?
need you to clear your
Guys,
cat.
we have to stop eating butter before fighting giant spiders, man. Jeez. Keep dropping shit.
If it was that's much better. That's much better.
Okay.
If it was
dropping
again,
it.
I was gonna lose it. I was gonna lose my fucking shit.
Yeah.
10 damage. How would you like to do this, sir? Keep in mind it's just a goblin, not the whole spider.
Okay.
The spider corpse is over here somewhere.
Okay.
But yes.
So,
Pick up the
just to
spider.
the south, I've made one skitter away, and I'm going in for this one. I turn and start running, comically slip on the dead spider guts, and kind of slide axe first, almost passing the spider rider, or the goblin that remains, and as I slide into him, kind of do like a sliding swing laterally and chop him right in half.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Turning an L into a W. Classic.
Yeah.
Always.
All right, is that your turn?
Yeah. That's my turn.
All right, Knight Errant. He's gonna dash. He's gonna gallop straight past you guys. 90, 10, 120 feet. He's going for it. He's all the way. He sees that and like crushes what's left of the goblin, kind of slips a little bit on the spider guts, and then keeps going. Hearing more vaguely Francais battle cries. Something about a lady, that's as much as you can understand. And that is...
You looks like a lady!
something like that.
Now it's stuck in my head. God damn.
I still have pink body
Actually,
stuck in my head.
As he's at his chant, as he's coming by his chant, and you actually hear it a little bit more clearly now. It's for the lady comes through, and you all feel very inspired. And see within 30 feet of it makes an attack roll, saving throw. The creature add D4 to its roll. Right here, and understand the knight. The creature, like, these guys are just like. They're fighting, but they're also just like beaking. They're also like, come here, you little vagrants. I will strangle you with your entrails. And it's just very heartening. It makes you feel a lot better.
I fought in your general direction.
Rough.
All right.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries.
All right. Yoshi, you are poisoned but upright.
Better than nothing. Do I take additional damage for being poisoned for this turn?
No poison. It's brutal enough as is. But yeah, no, you just you have disadvantage on it. You feel very woozy and like your vision is starting to blur. Your swords feel slippery in your hands. Your grip feels weak.
Let's see. Nope, not what I wanted to do. I'm gonna go join Siegfried, Faldron, and the other fellow with this one spider that's just getting the ever-loving shit kicked out of it.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna assist in the.
Yep, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I was gonna assist in the shit kicking because I'm angry and throwing up all over the place. I'm gonna throw up on him and then shit kick him.
Token with you. There you go. Take that with you.
Oh, perfect.
A little poison circle.
Yeah, there's yours. There.
Good to roll.
Yep, 100%. Don't wait for me.
H-O-E-T-O-G-O.
Send it. 21. That's 27 is also good. Why are you rolling with this? Oh yeah. Yeah, 21's good. 21's fine.
Unpleasant.
Honestly, no matter what you roll for damage, it ain't gonna matter. How do you want to do this? Roll damage anyways just to see. But
Yeah, I'm curious.
nice. That's pretty good.
9.
Pretty solid roll.
Yeah, I'm just gonna arrow at him. Everybody just hears Yoshi screaming, but like like when you're trying to talk underwater because there's just vomit spewing from me right now, and I'm just like, and I'm gonna stab. I'm gonna stab the spider as I'm throwing up into its face, and I'm just gonna keep stabbing it Like, if the goblin's still alive, if he makes it out of this, he's got therapy ahead of him because whatever he just saw is terrible.
He didn't know you could see
and
the
then-
inside of a man on the outside.
Does Yoshi also have a battle mask, or is he like throwing
Yeah.
out like in the mask?
Yeah, it's like one of those Oni half masks, so like the vomit's like coming out through the mouth hole, but also over the top, so it's just like a dragon of
He's gonna have so
vomit.
much pink eye, it's nuts.
Oh,
Yeah, and as he's stabbing the spider, you guys think you hear Yoshi shit himself because he stops midway through the stab and just looks around and then keeps going, and he's just pretending it didn't happen.
That's fair. I can't argue that logic.
The goblin's still alive, right?
no, he's dead. No, they're both dead. The goblin was dead last turn. This was the spider.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no therapy necessary at that point. Kick the bucket.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
So
That was a good one.
I'm not gonna use my extra attack. I'm just gonna like slowly back over here into the middle of the road so I don't get fucked up. I can't move the poison token.
Oh, yeah,
if you could move that for me.
There we go. There's a way to talk. Well.
And that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Yoshi's just standing there checking his pants. Like
Yeah.
like you know when you do the crotch check, like he's just like looks like he's scratching his butt and then like slowly like playing it off.
Successfully?
No, oh no, he shit himself, but like you guys don't know that yet.
Hey, an insight check on that. A Yoshi's check.
There was no success about it.
All right. So as they're tucking tail and running, they're gonna throw a few arrows. He's gonna do 12 misses, and then he's gonna run. And then that's his turn. This one here, he's gonna throw an arrow as well. That will hit. That knight around. 10 piercing damage. Holy fuck. Wow. Oh yeah, he has 6 and a 4. Woof, max damage. So this one here, you can see he's like riding backwards. You see him put his scimitar out, pull his bow, and then Mongolian style riding backwards on the spider. Throws an arrow and it catches the knight around right in the shoulder. You can see him take the hit. He fucking felt that. And then he is also gonna run. Now it is Cedric's turn. So Cedric has 60 feet, and it's enough. So he's gonna go after this one with a fairy fire on it. So you see him put his greatsword away, pull out his shield because the arrows, and then out comes the red flaming longsword. He's gonna do an attack. 12 fucking misses. He tries to.
He did all that for nothing.
And then he makes it come up and misses again. Jeez Louise. Alright. Yeah, that would be his turn. Okay. Weasel doing anything?
Nah, we chilling.
Weasel's chilling. Okay, that one's dead.
The dream.
That one's dead. That one's dead. Okay, Ludwig, it is your turn.
Can I see any of them?
You can see, yeah, you got crazy range, don't you? You can see, the ones that you can see are the ones you can see. There's extensions of the map, but fair game as it stands.
I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast at the closest guy.
Closest one? This one here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, what's your range? Out of curiosity.
Oh, I didn't even check.
Yeah, that's plenty. I know it's more than
120 feet.
Yeah.
120 feet.
Yeah, you're fine.
I wouldn't be able to reach this last guy, but
But the other two you could. Yeah. So this, how do you want, like, roll damage anyways, but what's your modifier? +4?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's all kinds. How do you want to do this?
It just explodes.
Just,
Like the force damage hits it, like as it hits it, like it's like, you know, in animes when shit just like peels off, like skin just like melts off face, and then like muscle melts off, and like eyeballs melt, and then the bone somehow also melts.
nice.
Really?
That happens.
Just a big
All
puddle
of
of
that
purple
happened.
goo where there used to be a spider and his, or a goblin and his faithful spider companion.
Yeah.
And then you have another one, do you not?
Yes, at the next closest.
Perfect.
Not quite as damaging.
Not
I whiff it.
not
I get real excited about like the visuals of that first guy getting eviscerated and just launch at the next one while still staring.
He's still watching pieces fall from this cat.
Yeah, I'm just like,
What a time.
Siegfried does have a heavy crossbow. It's 80 feet, his range. So he's gonna very quickly, he's gonna drop his sword. He's already dropped his pistols. He's gonna drop his sword, pull out his heavy crossbow, and try to hit this one. One shot. 17's good.
do not
Ignore the fire damage. 8 is all kinds. So you see Siegfried with just the practice works of a machine. Drops his rapier, pulls out his already loaded and his loaded crossbow. Lets a bolt fly, and it hits the spider right between its neck, or between its head and its thorax, and just splatters it on the ground. He is done. He's done. Okay, Thury, it's all y'all against these two. How are you guys gonna just try to pepper away at them until they're out of range? Are you gonna pursue them? What do you guys like? We gotta do like a free flowing thing here now. You guys have won effectively, but do you want to ensure their demise, or are you gonna let them go?
Well, for me personally, I mean, me and Yoshi are not feeling so hot right now.
All right.
So, how does the shillelagh affect? Is it go back into a bow, or how does that work?
You can drop it for free.
Okay.
Because it's just like when you cast it on, it's just like the bow just kind of straightens, and then at the end where your string was, it kind of like turns into like a knot and like a big knot,
club,
so
yeah.
you're able to bop them with it. But yeah, and then basically if you stop concentrating on it, it just your bow just goes back to what it was.
Well, let's fling an arrow, because otherwise I haven't done a whole hell of a lot.
All right.
We're still poisoned.
Correct.
I guess.
Yeah. What is your range?
Hold on.
You can't have double disadvantage anyways. Yeah, just roll it. It's already a long shot.
Literally.
Yeah.
Let's spend it. I'm totally fine. Otherwise, let him go.
That's great. Oh,
Did
and
it?
you slow him too.
How?
10 feet.
Huh. Sick. Well, now we can choose whether or not we want to go and kill him. We could ask him questions. Oh, I'll roll a 5 damage.
All right, you still got one more attack, I think, huh?
I technically do, yeah. I don't know if anyone else has anything, any ideas they want to do if this is free flow. If someone wants to try and hunt down this goblin and see if he knows anything. He's slowed now, right?
Yeah.
Should we do that? Should we get Horse Boy to go get him?
He is next up in initiative order. 23 is good. You literally cannot not kill it with this one. Go ahead and roll damage anyways, but nice rolls. Really nice.
For once.
Yeah. just enough. How do you want to do this?
Is he like dead? Dead?
He's
Kind of
dead.
don't want him
He
dead.
dead.
Oh.
Fully dead.
I just imagine that he's still on his spider.
Yep.
So the first arrow flies. Thuri's kind of like out of it, just completely fucking gone at this point. But he like whips out an arrow and just launches it to the sky. And I wanted to nail the spider like right in between the 8 eyes and just drive its head into the ground. At which point the goblin gets like pitched forward. And before he knows exactly what happens, the arrow goes right through the back of his head and nails his face into the ground. And then they're just kind of like, "Dad."
It's like the inevitable outcome of playing long darts in the 50s.
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome.
And then
Awesome.
Thuri is just like, guys,
No.
hook me up.
Yeah, good fucking rolls for disadvantage. Well, like, yeah, I didn't roll lower than a 22. Nicely done, sir. Alright. Harbeck. Could you feasibly reach or do anything to this guy?
I don't even see the last guy.
He's off the screen.
Oh.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, I think this Knight Errant can close the distance, so he's gonna close the distance, and he's gonna hit him, try to hit him with his lance. This time. Nope. Try again. That's better. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That, believe it or not, does not kill it. So you see the knights plural charging off into the distance, and you see him thrust with his lance, miss, thrust with his lance, poof, cartwheels the spider, and just the goblin is there, and then he pulls out his sword and finishes it off. And that will be our combat.
Combat.
So as the two knights ride back to you, the one that you recognize as Cedric says, "Ah, welcome, travelers. We meet again. What brings you to the fair country of Bretonia?"
Goblins. One goblin in particular. Oh, I gotta do it in the voice. Oh, I'm still high as sin. You guys figure it out. Yoshi and I haven't finished in. He's still talking ramen.
Also, I used AI to generate what you see. I sent a picture in our group chat.
Oh God.
Oh
God.
no, I'm scared to
Oh
open it.
God. I don't know if I want
I'm
to.
scared.
I don't know if
I'm
I
scared.
want to. I'm going to.
Oh. We're seeking Grom the Paunch.
Ah. That beast. It'll be far away from here by now. Besides, as you can see, his raiding parties are quite nasty. On foot, you'll never make it. You'll be torn to pieces. Why don't you accompany me back to my keep?
I don't think we have any better option.
I would.
Is your friend all right?
He'll be fine. Yeah, giving us a thumbs up.
I'll
In
make it
his
out of it.
culture, that means he'll be fine.
Yes.
I just imagine Yoshi then falling off. Like,
Yes, this is dangerous country. They've been raiding caravans and civilians and the peasantry. We are marshalling our forces at Paravok. But I came this way with a message.
A message
For you.
from who?
From Field Marshal Antonin Sibert.
You seem kind of unsure of that.
Your names do not roll off my tongue as easily as my own. I have only just met the man.
Well, what's the message?
He reaches over and he hands it to Harbeck, because Harbeck's the one that's been talking. And it says,
Well, I mean,
Just if Yoshi's still out on the ground, I just want to say like the rain falls on, walk over and like toss Yoshi's vomit covered body on top of the big old wolf.
just throw
I'm
him
like,
over.
we
I was
got
gonna
you,
say
bro.
Yoshi was talking technically, but I mean, don't give him anything right now.
So on the note, it says in common it says the Reichsguard is stationed at Paravarn. They mean to move out within a day or so. If you would like to rejoin them.
Paravon. How far is Paravon from here?
It would be a good day's ride. My keep is much closer, but it is on the way. I was lucky to find you. It would seem.
Yes, I think we were lucky as well. Well, I think we'll have to follow you to your keep because we're not going to get very far without mounts anyway. Do you have any
Yes.
mounts?
I have some spare horses. They are not as fast as old Shelley here, but they will do the trick. There is no faster creature on four legs than a Bretonnian warhorse. You will be quite pleased, I think. These spiders will not give you as much trouble.
You have clearly never seen this one when he is scared. And I point to fucking Yoshi, puke still dripping from his mask.
Do not get me wrong, friends. Any lesser party wouldn't have lasted a single round against these monsters. They are very very crafty, very wily beasts.
Well, they're smart enough to travel in groups. I don't want to meet them again.
That seems wise. They are on equal footing. They are not quite so tough, but the hit and run it is a problem when you're only reliant on your own two leg.
Well, we better get moving if we're going to keep up.
You are right. It is getting dark, and yeah. So we go for a little ride.
A little ride?
Give me a second.
Marching up and down the square? A little scheme?
Give me a second. I'm doing some stuff that I just thought of would be cool.
Name of the area, the Percocet.
Percocet? Who?
Where we're supposed to go meet up with. What's his name there?
Like the one the note, or
yeah, the note, the
that
location on the note.
Paravon. Paravon is.
Paravon.
I will show you on the map in a second.
Okay.
So you
I was all
guys,
confused because I'm reading a book with a dog named Perez Vaughn. So I was like, what's happening?
so
Oh.
as you guys travel, you and Cedric talk for a while. Um, he compliments you on the sword that you traded him for. He's quite fond of it. Although it did not wet its blade this day, it has in the days hence. And he takes a particular interest in your staff on the back of your back, Mr. Thury.
Which one?
The one that you picked up from the necromancer.
From the necromancer? Yeah.
Many,
Okay.
many moons ago.
This one, yeah.
Can I get you to roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
I can. Please hold. Hey there. There you go. Constitution save throw. See how she goes. Oh, I still rolled with this.
Take the 13. As he mentions it to you, you feel a disquiet in the back of your mind, and almost you realize it's quieter now. You almost without realizing it. There's been a background noise that's slowly been working into your brain, little by little by little. But around this being, this night of light and order, it appears to be quieter. And suddenly you feel your thoughts seem a lot clearer, and you have the sudden you have an urge to rid yourself of this whatever's calling this malaise.
Mm.
So
Does he say anything in particular? Does he ask anything in particular?
Is that staff? Where did you come across it?
It feels so long ago. We trust this guy, right? Relatively.
Yeah.
We've met him before. We know him. We collected it off of a necromancer that was causing issues for a town quite a while ago. Now, it almost feels like a dream.
A necromancer, you say? What, do you remember his name?
Halbeck, do you remember his name?
Was
Trying to resurrect some giant, it would seem, and had been collecting souls of the local
Kemmler.
population.
Heinrich Kemmler.
And that is what it was.
You fought Heinrich Kemmler and lived?
Not only lived.
Color me impressed. Wow, that is. Has anyone looked at that artifact?
No one who could tell us anything about it.
We showed it to some local priests, but they had no idea.
Our history goes a lot. Is a lot. How you say? A lot more stories than the Empire. Bring it. Bring it inside. We'll see if we can. Perhaps we can figure out its nature.
I could be inclined to explore it.
So you guys go inside. He's a mid-range knight. You know, he has a fairly stout keep and some nice servants, a few extra horses, and he offers you, because it's getting dark now. It's probably close to 6 o'clock, and he advises you. I would not travel by night if I was you. Those creatures can see very well in the dark. But I leave it up to you. You look a little haggard and in need of a soft bed and a hot meal.
I do not think that many of us are in quite the shape to continue traveling at the moment.
It would appear so. Well, what else have you learned about your friend, the fetus goblin?
He's savage. And quite fast, I would have to say. We assumed we would have been able to catch up to him by now. He just seemed to keep running into problems. Problems that take longer to solve than expected.
That is the way. What problems have you ran into?
It's funny that Yoshi who is still slightly unconscious. The poison variety, for one.
Yes, that is a problem. Did you cross through the mountains?
Yes, we crossed through a cave near Carricknorn, and when we came out, there was a town that had been ransacked.
We also went through those like golem things during the dwarven. What were they were? They were the
like dwarven rune shit.
Music's way too punchy.
No, I have that backwards. There was a ravaged town just before we entered the caves.
Before? Are you sure?
We fought the goats. We fought the goats on the way up to the cave.
Oh no, hold on. There's two caves. There's the cave and there's the mine. Holy crap! When was that here?
Is that the town? I assume there was no survivors.
There was one who we thought survived, but no. They seemed to get everything. Every building was burned.
They are very tall. I will give them that. Anything else? Any other information?
You like goat?
What's that? What's that, Dan?
I was just repeating things. Sorry, my brain issues got the better of me.
So was it the parties that ransacked the town? Was there a captain and a leader, or was it just a mindless rabble?
It seemed like just a group. They all seemed the same. Today, like spiders.
So, you guys remember you have a note you picked off the captain in the town that had a single word on it. Remember?
But we couldn't read it.
Did any of you speak
Wasn't
Goblin?
it that?
Did any of you speak Goblin?
No.
No.
A piece of paper with words on it.
Who had the piece of paper? It may have been me.
I speak Goblin.
Do you?
I do.
So
God damn it, look.
Just sorry.
We've been carrying this piece of paper.
I don't know if you would know this though. Like you probably would.
Well, we would have shown it to the group.
maybe he was just biding his time. Maybe he was just holding it back. So
Maybe you were in devil mode at that time. Were you in devil mode at that time?
I don't. Wait, what
Maybe.
time is this? I don't even remember seeing this piece of Goblin paper.
So this was after. This was last session. Last session when you.
Oh, so there's a possibility I was in devil form
In demon mode.
demon form at the time.
Yeah.
There is, like, at what point? Because I think I turned back at first opportunity.
Yeah, you turned back that night in the sanctuary, but I don't know if we
Yeah,
were
how long did you keep it up for? Does it matter? Does the languages you can read change?
No, it doesn't,
Okay.
it doesn't change.
All right. So.
He was just shaking.
So okay. So you.
I just fixated on that for a minute. Sorry.
You would have recognized the word. The word is pronounced wag, and what it means in Goblin / Orcish. There's a bit of a. It's Goblin and Orc is very similar. It has slightly different meanings. In Goblin, it means raid, but in Orc it means war, and like all capitals, like a total war kind of situation. Like in the context of goblins and orcs, these are beings that fight to the death over pretty much anything for any reason whatsoever. So when they declare war, it is a full societal effort. It is a total war. Everybody participates. And that is what a wag is. It is the entirety of a population going
Like a jihad. It's a jihad.
It's a jihad, basically. Essentially, it's a jihad. Yes, basically.
Like just not to put it like insensitively or anything like that. That to my understanding, that is what a jihad is. Like it's just everybody is all of a sudden at war with this same fucking entity.
Yeah. So you show it to him and you read it to him, and he says, this is probably bad. This is not good. And Siegfried, who's been in the back, kind of just cleaning and loading his pistols and oiling and sharpening his rapier, and he speaks up and he says, no, it is not. He may well be beyond our grasp, but he may not be beyond our reach. There may yet still be time to catch him. But the Emperor and the Field Marshal will want to know what they're up against.
We better get to them.
Is there any way to pass a message?
For the record, I probably wouldn't have shared that I speak Goblin.
No?
That is just adding suspicion to me.
Okay. Alright. So, okay. Well, after I said all that.
Oh, sorry, that was based on that. Sure, I would have shared that. I figured out what it said.
Okay. Alright.
Either way, we either
Well,
I tell them what it said because it affects them directly.
Gotcha.
I think it works because Dan obviously has an in-depth meaning of the word jihad, which is a word in a language that he doesn't speak. So maybe it's just the same thing with wag.
Fair. Yes, we have a choice to make. Do we try to? I can accompany you if you want. This is Cedric talking. I can accompany you if you wish. It would behoove you to have a person familiar with the culture and customs and lay of the land, as it will. But that being said, I could ride to Parava, or perhaps maybe Siegfried could make his way uh, if I lend him one of my faster horses. Siegfried kind of nods. But ultimately, it is up to you. What do you think is more important? Prevention or cure?
I do believe we need to inform anybody who may be in the way of this coming army, just in case we can't get there. Now, I would assume that means one of us branches off.
So, give me, you, Thuri, give me a history check, please.
History check coming. Go on, thing. History. Eight. Oh, not good. No, it's bueno. I don't remember anything. I'm still poisoned out of my mind, dude.
Yeah, still on the after effects.
Still recovering. Turns out I have long-term memory loss.
What about you, Samurai? You are very quiet. What do you think?
I'm playing it off like I'm still all fucked up right now. So Yoshi just looks up and goes,
Yes. Interesting.
Yeah. I just imagine him going like, "You guys are weird ass friends." You guys are
Then
weird
Yoshi
ass.
takes the mask off, and like the vomit like spills, and he goes, "That makes so much more sense as to why it was pooling and I couldn't talk. I was like drowning myself in it. Anyways, I'm not well."
That is disgusting. He snaps his fingers, and then two servants come through. They're actually your servants. You didn't even notice they followed you this entire way, and they wipe your brow, clean your hair, tussle you up, throw a bucket of water on you, slap your forehead and your cheeks, and then they gone again.
Where the
And you
fuck
feel
were
right
you?
as rain.
What?
Was those yours? Those were not my. Were those? Where's did they come from?
They're my friends. I love them as they were my own children. I always remembered they were here. Oh, yep. Their names were Dingo, Bingo, and Charles, I think.
Bingo and
The stout one was Charles. He's spry. Did you see him run away with the vomit? Check your pockets. He's got nimble fingers.
That is as you are full of surprises.
You could say I surprised myself.
Well,
We'll see. We'll see Oingo Boingo again soon, I think.
El, why don't we sleep on it and decide which direction we are going in the morning? And
I could definitely use some sleep to heal my wounds.
yes, we will prepare our. I believe we still have some salted pork from in the cellar. That will go nicely. We may have some potatoes, but it is as you know, it is getting close to harvest, so things are getting a bit thin. But we will do our best.
That's all we can ask for.
Well, we are all one in this conflict. They are a menace and they must be eradicated.
So does that mean like long rest then? Correct.
Correct. Yes.
Can we play this conversation out because the accent's fantastic and I can almost hear it wearing on you a little bit? I want to see if we can just kind of make it go farther, you know?
All right. I honestly didn't think it would be going this well. I thought I'd fuck it up by now and turn into Slavic again. I've been like mumbling I've been mumbling to myself in like a French accent for a week and a half straight. So, you know, this is
you
what
have
we
to
do.
practice the français. This is what you do.
So yeah, is there anything else you guys want to talk about in his presence, without, with Siegfried, with? Is there anything else you want to do before we go nappy nappies and hit the hay?
I mean, my only preference, I guess, is that, and I can say this in front of Cedric, and yeah, I don't really care if he hears it. If we're going to continue on the trail of Grom, I'd rather have Cedric with us. That way, he knows the area better. He seems to have some knowledge of what it might take to track Grom, whereas Siegfried is just kind of helping us fight when we need to, and would maybe just be as well equipped to go to Paravon as Cedric or anyone else.
That well, I will take that as a compliment. But yes, fighting on horseback does take years of practice and will be necessary. Now, the road to Paravon is a lot safer, so I do believe our friend would make it. But what do you think, Siegfried? As always, my duty is to the Emperor. So, the closer that I get, I do enjoy working in the fields, but this is not my backyard, so to speak. So, it would, I believe it makes the most sense to me. Although I do not consider myself above a messenger boy, because I'm much more well trained, but it would, I believe that might be the best course of action.
I'm sure Field Marshal Seaver will give you an opportunity to mobilize again once you reach him with the message.
Ah, yes, there is always a spot for the Emperor's right hand, as they say.
You do also know kind of what it is that we are going to be facing. It does come the way we expect.
Sorry, who's that directed at, Cedric or Siegfried?
Siegfried.
In
terms of a goblin army.
Army isn't exactly the right term. It's
onslaught.
Imagine, if you will, a riot mixed with an army mixed with it's very hard to explain. It's very the way
Like
goblins and
piranhas.
The way the greenskins wage war is very different. The destruction that you've seen so far is just a Tuesday for them. When they actually go to war, it has not happened in a very long time, but they if he is able to get enough is if he's able to get enough of a backing, then he would need to rally the local tribes and convince them. So they must be going to a local to a gathering, a moot place. What would you call it?
Oot.
A holy site, perhaps. Is there anything around here that would be similar, Cedric? Cedric looks. That I am not sure. Perhaps perhaps if all else fail, perhaps we can just follow the trail of destruction and see where we lead. Um, at least on horseback, we should be able to outpace him. He is rather fat after all. He does seem very quick. He moves with speed I would not expect of any goblin, never mind one of his purported size.
We have been unable to catch up anyway.
It's
Yeah, so we keep having to stop and fight things, though.
yes.
True.
That is true when you take the go off the beaten path, as they say. It is shorter, but sometimes more dangerous. Because when did we met? When was that? 4 days ago? We last seen each other. Which, by the way, Mr. Samurai, how fare you with the sword?
I'm still alive. It works well. It cuts good. It doesn't shave my face as well as I'd want. I've cut myself more than I intended to with it. Not to mention other areas that I've attempted, but we won't speak of that maybe later if you'd like. But so far, so good.
and
Sharp,
yet,
pointy,
and
kill goblin.
and yet you have spoken of it, and I am unable to purge it from my memory. Anyways,
It hurt.
your friend is very
It,
peculiar, but he does seem very competent, at least in the matters of warfare. But socially, I have questions. It is yes. It is. I suppose it is a very different culture.
I have two thumbs. It's me. Wait. Continue.
No, that is all I was going to say. Is you're just a little strange. Anyways, let's let us feast, and we will discuss details in the morning, if it please. We may have some ale. In fact, I may have to my servants. I may have to go get it myself. They are very lazy these days. It's, kids these days, they do not know how to work. But since they got rid of all of the immigrants from Tilea, we have nothing to work with, so we have to use our own, and it's not working very well. Anyways, I'm starting to wonder if this whole top-down structure is a bit flawed. Anyway, I'm gonna get a drink. All right, go ahead and do your long rest, get your stuff back, and seems like a pretty decent spot for a 5-minute break. 5 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'd like to imagine in the middle of the night somebody just hears Yoshi go, "Oh, who is strange and has two thumbs? This guy. That's how it works. Yeah. Oh, I get it now."
He just remembers the rest of the line.
Yeah, and then he just falls back to sleep.
Man, we got fucking toasted.
Yeah.
I was at 7 HP, dude. Pauldron was. But I was at 22 or something like that. Not doing much better.
If I didn't remember about my second win, Yoshi would have been in a lot worse condition.
Mm.
Pays to read.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I think you do. I think we're just crafty.
I think it all depends on how you roll, man. There are some times when you're getting biased. Take your word for it.
We're starting to pick them off a little bit.
It was the darting in and darting out, man. It was getting me.
Mm.
Yeah,
Have you
no.
read this book?
One of us takes the bucket.
Oh, you're not on the fucking camera right now. The Monsters Know What They're Doing. You know what they're doing is a fucking great read. It's a great resource. I don't know if you've read it or not. It's fucking awesome.
I've read little portions, but I haven't read the whole thing.
You know what the worst part of being an adult is? Knowing that you could every single day go to McDonald's for lunch. But choosing to fucking bring your own lunch from home to work.
Oh man, speaking of McDonald's,
It's a real decision.
oh, that's great. Speaking of McDonald's, friggin' McDonald's coffee in Costco, $35 fucking dollars. $35.
What?
McDonald's the
Uh,
big can of McDonald's coffee.
Yeah.
$35.
Wow.
Unfucking believable. Like, I swear it was like 20 when they first started offering it. Like,
Yeah.
crazy. I just, oh man. Like, we're in a pretty good spot financially, and we're like fine, but only just. Like, one thing happens,
Mhm.
starting in a spiral. Oh yeah, did I tell you that I had to dig a ditch for my sewer field because she was plugged. And basically, I
I don't
Oh.
know.
got a couple guys out. Basically, like, your options are A, dig a trench into the bush over there and don't tell anybody. And we didn't have this conversation. Or you pay me, you go to the bank and you get $25,000 to start, and then we go from there. So I was like, yeah,
Oh, you need a new septic tank for you?
I'll take option A. Option A is fine. So the field itself, the soil itself is saturated. It'd be very good garden soil. When I poked the end of it, because it started coming up right under the kids' swings, right under the fucking where Alex and Mikhail play in the swings. I'm like, ooh, that's bad. It was like 2 weeks ago. We had a friend over, and he was a plumber. He's like, oh, your septic field, use French. Your septic field is fucked. Like, that's bad. So I dug it up. And it was the end of the line, and then basically after talking to Lance, his name is, I rent a machine, dug a trench, filled it with rock, put a pipe over, or like a perforated pipe, and then I punched a hole in the end of it. It was probably 800 gallons of water came out, I'd say.
Wow.
Minimum. Like, and I should have known, because that area used to be really dry, and then just the last year or so, it started to be like, since we got all this fucking rain, it's really like turned off to clover, basically. So it tells me that it's been so nutrient rich that it's been burning out, and then as soon as you get water, it's just been coming out. But yeah, like that dry year, it was basically dust, and then since then it's been just going like mad. I almost have to mow there twice before everywhere else. So I should have known, but it seems to be working good. I can't smell anything. Trees are gonna grow big and strong. Should be fine. I did find out that my property line is not where I thought it was, at all. Like, not even close. So
That makes it a little more challenging.
yeah, I'm like basically, I don't know if I'm on the property line or over it, but it's like right fucking there. Because like so so the road goes this way. My house is a bit of an angle like this. Logically, I guess you would assume that because the whole yard is built off of the way the house is, you would assume that the land went that way, and it's the road that's kiltered, and you would be wrong. It's the land comes off of the road, and then he subdivided it with the house on an angle like this. So, actually, sorry, like this, something like that. So it goes this way. So my neighbor actually technically owns my backyard, and I own my neighbor's backyard.
Oh god.
It's just a fucking mess. Like you pull it up and like, this makes no sense. Why did they do it like this? And like all the houses are built on this angle too. It just makes no sense at all. But thankfully he's a really good neighbor. But I did discover with that the part that I thought he owned in the front left of my yard is actually mine. And there's a very solid couple of trees that I could build a pretty sweet fucking tree house. They just go straight up. Like
Nice.
literally like 6 to 8 feet the whole way. So I could just build like platforms and then get like a nest, and then we should be able to see all the way to Kingston. That is
Whoa.
that is my next medium-sized project.
Plan?
Yes.
Yeah.
My non-necessary project. I have a lot of necessary projects, but that's a bonus objective. Bonus quest. How about you guys? What else is do? How did your movie and everything go there, Dan?
What?
Or was it a show that you were shooting? What was it?
Oh, yeah, Revival. Yeah, that came out last week.
Last week on
First episode. Oh, it's on Crave. It's like a CTV show.
Gotcha.
I'm just a background actor in it, but it's on, and I got my plays going on, which are great.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Nice.
Did you meet Phil Brooks?
who?
Phil Brooks. Did you meet CM Punk?
No.
All right. I mean, it's still super rad. Don't let that like deteriorate how rad I think that is. I'm just saying. Darn.
He just really
I
wanted to meet
was
CM
in
Punk,
the
man.
same room as Stephen Hogg.
Nice.
That's
Trevor
pretty
from
rad.
PS5.
That's sick.
Yeah,
as fuck.
Trevor.
Yeah. I think I saw the picture of him. I'm not supposed to, but I have a picture of him.
Sorry, what was his name again? I'm not up on the celebrity.
Stephen Ogg
Stephen Hogg, like Negan's number 2.
in The Walking Dead, and he was Trevor in GTA 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really? That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I thought you said Tony Hawk. I'm far less excited.
To be fair, people meet Tony Hawk all the time. He's just like, yeah, whatever.
But he's Tony Hawk, man.
People usually don't believe it. Oh. And with that, shall we reconvene?
Just a sec.
The rain stops. The birds are singing. Change of music a little bit. Traveling on a journey. That seems appropriate. Yeah.
Gonna do the winter.
There we go. That's not bad. That's good. So it's morning. You guys wake up, no problem. No need to do a watch tonight. They have their own watchmen. You have your own quarters. Split up however you want. You guys, if you want to bunk together and sit on your chins and kick pillows, whatever you want to do. The world is your oyster.
No, you can't really see him.
Okay. Yep. Yes. Yeah. I know who it is. Yeah. Okay. I recognize.
Best candid photo of Stephen Ogg I've ever seen.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
He was looking at craft services. There were like a bunch of little chocolate bars and bananas and like apples. And he was trying to pick like which one. And I was like, I'm gonna snap this picture right now.
All right. So your staff is still quiet, Mr. 30.
Right, that's what I was gonna say, but not last night.
Last night, would you want to do it last night? Would you want to get into it last night? The looking at the staff, or will you do it? Wait till the morning. Because he said he said he could take a look at it. He might know what it is exactly.
I guess we could do it. We could do it post deciding. Well, not deciding, but discussing.
Okay.
Which trail to go down.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense too.
Good morning, my fellows. Kind of losing it now. Good morning. What? How did you sleep? I hope your accommodations were acceptable.
We made do with what we had. Best night's sleep we probably had in a while.
Yes, the road is not. It is not. The comforts of home are sorely missed when on the campaigns. So, which direction do you see your futures taking you?
I see us continuing to track Grom.
Yes, you are a man of dedication and focus and sheer will, I will say. The stubbornness of dwarves has been not been overstated, and I mean that as a compliment. This is probably
Borderline
the
racist.
best course of action. I will accompany you if you would have me.
Yes, absolutely. We'll need you to bring your expertise in riding and the area.
I can show you a few things that battle axe will. Yeah, I suppose a longer reach is not necessarily a bad thing, but you will need to watch your swing. Watch your foreswing. Is it that would take the horse's head clean off if it were to miss? So something to keep in mind. We may. He turns to one of his servants and he whispers, "Grabs the children's saddle."
Yeah, Russ.
Yeah, Fury hears it. His sharp elven ears. Chuckles to himself. Catches like a side
yes.
eye. I hope it's not as a short spot. It's a sore spot. I mean, sorry.
He does not need to know.
Yes. So yeah, so he outrigs you guys with horses. So there's five. There's one for Siegfried. So yeah, five. So Siegfried grabs the black one. Of course he does. There's a Pinto named Clarice. There is a roan named Rhonda. Clarice, Rhonda. There is a white mare, a white stallion named Fred. And there is a brown, like basically Aragon, Roach. Yeah. So you have Roach, Fred, the white stallion, Clarice the Pinto, and Rhonda the roan.
Hello, Clarice.
Oh, Clarice.
Hello.
I want Roach.
Hello.
He's 6. Sounds hardcore.
That's just fucking Geralt's horse name, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
See if I can find my horses.
Geralt of Rivia, the Witcher,
The Witcher.
who is going to be awful.
Oh, what's his name? Hemsworth? Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But
I'm not.
Yeah.
it already got canceled after this season because of just how much negativity flowed in after the fact. So they greenlit this season.
It fucking deserved
Yeah, they're
it.
like,
Seeing a show I like,
they're like, give it a
canceled.
chance, Yeah, they're like, give it a chance, everybody. It might be good. And then Netflix just after saying that turns around and cancels it before it even airs or any.
You're right.
trailers
It's
come
gonna
out.
be terrible.
Yeah.
Cancel it. It's like I'm fucking pissed about the Wheel of Time being canceled.
Well, you know what? I think.
Oh, so we.
I think Henry. Wheel of Time was canceled.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I never got into it.
it was so good.
so good.
Was it good?
So
I just-
good.
Yeah,
I
and
found-
this is coming from somebody who really liked the books. It's totally different from the books, but it's just a really good show.
One thing.
I guess I was reading and it was because of budgetary issues,
Mm.
not because of viewership.
So one thing that always breaks my verisimilitude is, especially in a medieval fantasy scene, everybody looking like they just walked out of hair and makeup. Not a blemish.
Yeah,
on
that bugged
that-
me, but you
that-
gotta put it aside at some point.
That
By
like,
season 3, they got it down. Like they were showing a little bit of wear and tear.
yeah, but yeah, like I found that with Rings of Power, they always looked immaculate. Like they'd be just rolling around the dirt and like the armor still shut. Like it's little things like that the Lord of the Rings did so well that you didn't really appreciate at the time because it just blended in. But it's like, yeah, that's one thing that just like brings me out. It just brings me out, and I just can't do it.
There's one character in Wheel of Time who like comes upon a cursed blade and it follows him, and like Matt Cawthon, and he progressively gets sweatier and more like disgusting looking for like a season and a half, and every time you see him you're just like, good God, man, like look after yourself. They did such a good job of
Have a glass of water,
continuing.
bro.
Yeah, like they just made it like it followed him from episode to episode, and it was never like out of place. And I was like, oh man, you're disgusting. Like every single time I saw him. Yeah. So the Wheel of Time was good for a lot of continuity like that.
It wasn't okay. Maybe I should give it another chance. But it's like, yeah.
Well, don't bother now. They canceled it just when it got good.
It's funny, like I can't think of a single show that's actually been like wrapped up in a nice, neat bow, other than Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is like the only fucking one that has ever stuck the landing, really. Maybe The Sopranos, maybe. Like Dexter, they fucked it. Like any of the really long-term shows, I can't really think of any that has been good right to the end. Anyways, we'll figure out the horses later. Sorry, I ran out of prep time. I made a batch of beer today as well, and was also parenting and stuff. And yeah, my prep time's been massively cut down as of late. So, anywho, we have a heading, we have a direction. Let's talk about this staff. So you go inside, and he brings you. He's like, yes, one more thing. And he motions at you while the rest are getting their saddles. Come with me. And he brings it up, and you go to the scroll room, and you're looking through different things, and he finds some of it. He finds some part of it, a scroll of parchment that details, that talks about Heinrich carrying a staff that would help him dodge attacks and help him in general in combat, but it had to seem to have some weird effects. What do you think? They say it says here that it gets stronger in the presence of evil. It is always. They say it is trying to find a stronger master. Do you think you can handle it? Would you use it? You are a ranger, are you not? fight with the bow more often than not.
I don't know. It leaves me feeling very uneasy when it's around. It has been better the last few days.
Perhaps
It almost creates.
go
It
on.
creates this this noise in the back of my mind that I just can't seem to shake. It's almost as if it's calling to me. It makes sense with what you say that maybe it is searching for its new master. I just don't know if I want to wield that power, or would that power be wielding me?
Perhaps is there anyone else in your party that would be better suited to carry it? Maybe is this skinny one there? He does not. I did not see a weapon. He must and the vapor the spider that turned into purple goo in front of me. I'm assuming there are some magical proclivities to him.
Yeah, Ludwig's powers continue to be a mystery to all of us. Really, I'm not even sure how much of it he understands himself.
This is the problem.
It could be interesting to see how he reacts. What?
This is the problem. I do not understand very much of it either.
So they're off in the tower, and you're like flapping your wings outside of it. Ah!
He's literally the fly on the wall.
What was that?
I'm right here with you.
This is exactly my point. You just
I
never know if he's going to go.
I just appear out of nowhere. Hello, I'm here.
It
is Ludwig.
By the lady, you cannot do that to me. I will have a connection. Well, now that you are here, what do you think about this? Do you think you could make use of this item? And so he's cast the identify spell, and he fully knows what it is. And he said, "Now, my oath compels me to have this destroyed, but however, I do not want to leave it here in the care of my servants, where it may be spirited away, and I do not wish to. We simply do not have the time to take it somewhere that with powerful enough magic to destroy it. So it is probably best that it remains with us. However, it should go to one that is able to handle its drawbacks. Don't you think? So check your journals. See, there should be something in there now. Player's journal. Show it to John and Ludwig. Save changes. Check your journal. It's called Skull Staff.
1d6 plus strength.
Oh, there. Whoa.
That's if you use it to bop with.
No, I know.
I do love a good.
It does less damage than it is naturally able to do because of my strength modifier.
Nice. I mean, look, if you want to give it a rip, like I think. Just like completely aside, I don't know what it's gonna do, but it could make it the story more. Just add another layer to the story if it starts corrupting you. In character, I think this makes a lot more sense for you to hold on to than for me. I would not even know where to begin to try and harness its power.
I think that if you are going to give me magic staff to use, I will attempt to use it as long as it doesn't corrupt abruptly. Any.
I think we just have to be,
If
you know,
we,
very open about it.
if we are cognizant of the detriments of it, when it will be most dangerous when you're close to a greater evil. So this may blow up in our proverbial faces, literally, perhaps.
It might not be proverbial at all.
But well, at least it will help us get to the greater evil, because I seen you were having quite a rough time there, Ludwig. From my lofty perch atop Percival, I was able to see you get knocked down and get up, and then almost get knocked down again. Perhaps this would have helped a little bit.
As in one not getting knocked down, not getting back up, getting knocked down again. Perhaps having whiskey drink and vodka drink.
Yeah, this
Don't
is
trouble, don't
yes.
trouble over me.
That is a good one. Yes, I have not heard that before. Very, very, very good.
Perhaps having cider drink afterwards.
All right, go ahead and add that to your inventory. So staff has 5 charges and regains all charges on long rest. Vampiric touch, 2 charges. Touch of your shadow wreathed hand can siphon life force from others to heal your wounds. Make a melee spell attack against a creature within your reach on a hit. 3d6 necrotic damage. You regain hit points equal to half the amount of necrotic damage dealt. You detect magic, and you get a +2 on all saving throws against spell effects, and a +1 to AC when not using a shield. So you can, to be clear, is it light?
Is this an item in the compendium as well?
No, this is custom. You might just have to copy and paste it in. I could potentially do it later, but like I said, my prep time's been pretty cut down lately.
Yeah, I'll get it in mind.
I just want to look up quarterstaff because I don't believe. Let's just check, because 2024 may be different. Quarterstaff 2024. Is it light? Versatile topple. Yeah, versatile topple is not light. So you need to, yeah. You'd have to, to wield it one-handed, you'd have to be very, very strong. But that's how, from there talking to them, that's how Heinrich used it. He had a sword in one hand and that in the other. And he was actually a wizard with not 2-weapon fighting, with dual wielder. So he could use a long sword and that in one in each hand. Very unorthodox, but effective. Okay. Is there anything else we want to do before we set off?
I would just like to make a comment. It is 11:15 right now.
That's
I've been up.
Yeah.
I was
get up.
Yeah.
This seems like a pretty good spot to naturally wrap it up, because I am also out of content. Hello.
Don't let us be behind the curtain like that.
That's good for a
Meaning we are sitting.
Shut up.
Waiting for the rest of the content that you already have.
There's a lot that I have lots of stuff that I just need to nothing's ever wasted, right?
Flesh out.
Yes. So yeah, I'll need a couple weeks, I think. Unless I might take this week off, in which case I could play next week sometime. If I have this week off, I'll have plenty of time.
I'm unavailable.
Unavailable? Okay. All right, we'll talk about it later then. All right, good game, fellas. That was fun. That was a That was a good combat. I feel like we're hitting a good balance here
Mhm.
between
Good level.
all the homebrew. All equals out. But honestly, I like designing monsters. That's what I enjoy the most, I think. And as long as it didn't feel too unfair, then we're good. You let me
No one
know.
died.
What's that?
No one died.
Don't die. Yeah. That's good. All right. Lots of
Yeah,
fun.
no, that feels good.
Lots of fun, lads. That was good. Till next time. Relatively short session, but that's okay sometimes. Especially on a Sunday.
Oh, I guess
Well, our
it's caught
sessions
up.
I find are we're kind of like there's shorter downtime between our sessions, so even if it's a shorter session, it still feels more
More continuity.
concise.
I'd rather do
Yeah, which is
shorter
good.
sessions more often,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
possible.
Yep.
It's just summertime's going to be maybe a little bit more difficult because everyone's doing stuff, vacations, blah blah, blah whatever. But we'll figure it out. I'll post something tomorrow and we'll go from there. I gotta call my boss tomorrow and see if I can get this week off or not. I'm kind of fucking burnt the fuck out, so I don't really want to go back to work. Hey, break. All right. Good game.
Wow.
Peace
All
out.
right, y'all.
Laters.
Yeah,
See you soon.
if you want to stay and hang out and talk, I'm gonna be here for a bit, but don't want to go to bed yet. Just pour myself a drink. But yeah, that
I'll
was,
give it 12 minutes until 11.
not bad. No, that was fun. That was really good.
Yeah, I need to get my sleep schedule back. Start staying up till 1 or 2 again. I'm all screwed up.
I don't
I
know.
started doing like watching parties for like weird foreign films with a bunch of guys that I know, and 2 of them are in California.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
like the
boy.
time difference is wild. So I'm up to like 3 watching like weird Korean action movies, or like some
Oh, yeah.
like a bunch of like John Woo films.
Shit, I forgot to mention it. I'll send Dan a message. So with Slava being gone out of the picture, I really like a party comp of 5. Party comp of 5 is good in a lot of ways because there's no stalemates if there's a difference of opinion, for one thing. For another thing, you can have multiple people covering multiple roles. You don't have one healer that gets down and everybody's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
And I played with him before when we did Draw Steel, which is just not an offshoot, but a whole different game that I do quite enjoy. I like D&D. I played it for 5 years now, but Draw Steel is a pretty interesting design, how they made it. I gotta see how the finished product turns out, but it's pretty promising. Anyways, so it's my neighbor. His name's Patrick. I'm not sure on his scheduling how things are going to be. That's going to be the clincher for me, but he's a very good guy. A bit more on the serious side, I will say. A bit more serious than our slapdash bunch of slapdicks.
Adventurers.
They're a bunch of slapdicks. I need more drama in here. It's fine. I love it. It's great. But would you guys be interested in taking on a 5th?
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
I have no problems with it. As
Yeah.
long as he's like ends up being cool with it.
Oh yeah, he's very cool. He's a very cool guy. He's a philosophy professor at UMB, and he's played D&D for a long fucking time. So like,
Now, seriousness aside, I know we just asked. We're like, is he cool? And you're like, yeah, he's a philosophy professor. You've already let me down.
what do you mean?
Is he cool? Yeah, he's a philosophy professor. That's the opposite of cool.
Depends what's cool, I guess. No, he's our next door neighbor, and yeah, I quite like him. We get along quite well. Yeah, his son. He has a son. 2 years older than Alex. 2 years, I think. And then they have a daughter a year or 2 younger than Mikhail. So their spread is like 5 years. Our spread is like a year and a half. Which is, I don't know. I don't know if I was gonna do it again. If I do the same thing or different, but it was tough. But the tough part's over now. Hopefully. Fuck. But yeah,
One day at a time, my dude.
yeah. So he expressed interest in playing a monk when I talked to him about it before. So I'll see if that's still. I'll show him the party comp and see what he thinks. Because we'd be very martial heavy in that case, very martial heavy, with basically one full caster, one half caster, and then 1, 2, 3 full marshals. That'd be very heavy on the martial side of things, which isn't necessarily bad. So I'll talk to him again, and then we'll go from there. See what happens.
Sounds like a good plan.
Sounds like okay. We'll see if it fucks up the scheduling too much. Like we'll see how much time he actually has, and we'll go from there. Because if he's gonna be blocked out for 3 or 4 months a year, then nah. Like I'd rather just be continually going.
Right.
But I'll talk to him about that and see what he says. Yeah. I was thinking. Go ahead.
No. I'm just gonna say I'm happy to see where it goes.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you guys. Did you see? So, is the WNBA like amateur wrestling?
Oh, it's a
league
race
now?
war.
What's
They're
that?
in a full-on race war. It's crazy.
What's that in WNBA?
Yeah, it's a full-on race war. It's crazy.
Like I just saw what's her name, Clark, just get her shit absolutely rocked, and then nobody did
Yeah.
anything. And then what happened?
That's really it.
It's just-
Sounds like you know the whole story.
I thought it was more like a jealousy thing. Like she's like.
I think it is, but it also seems to be like, wait a minute, people are paying attention to someone who's not a black lesbian in the WNBA.
So
Let's
all the black lesbians are pissed.
all the black lesbians are very upset.
That's fair.
Wow.
Have they tried being prettier though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know.
Sorry. No, she's very talented, from what I can
Yikes.
see, from what I can tell.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, it's bringing all this attention to the WNBA. It's finally catching all this attention that they've been trying for so long. It just seems to be happening through a very unfortunate,
Like the wrong reasons.
Circumstances.
yeah,
But
through a race war, you know.
race. But like they say, there's multiple interpretations, but no news is good news, or also there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah.
If people are talking about it, like us, like I couldn't believe like what happened to her on that court should have been an immediate line brawl. Like it should have been right
Yeah.
now. Right now, like I was expecting a fucking flying elbow. Like I think if I was there, I think even if I was in the stands, I'd be like, let's go. Like it's just like if you're not gonna stop it, or you're gonna stop it, I'll fucking stop it. Like it's just crazy. Like imagine if something like that happened to Crosby. It'd be fucking guys taking their fucking skates off and cutting each other's necks. Like it'd just be just out of this world. Which also, yeah, it's 32 years running, no Stanley Cup in Canada.
Yeah, I saw that the other day too.
Actually, I would cheer for the Panthers over the Oilers, but it's like 14th favorite team versus like 16th. It doesn't really register.
That's kind of where I was at too. I was like, McDavid or whatever the fuck his name is. Is it McDavid or is it
McDavid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
McDavid, yeah. I was getting the two of them mixed up. McDavid and the one that's on Toronto. What's his name? Anyways.
Matthews.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't been into hockey nearly as much, especially this year for some reason. I don't know. Just haven't been keeping up with it.
Yeah, I can only follow it when I'm like watching it consistently socially with other people,
Right.
which
Yeah,
hasn't been happening since I moved to Fredericton.
I suppose, Oh, speaking of, we found I don't know if you guys have ever been there before, but you guys ever go to Port Royal, down uptown?
Yeah.
Port City Royal. Yeah,
Port
yeah,
City Royal,
Port City
yeah.
Royal.
So
yeah.
Libby's coworker, we went out Friday night.
Mhm.
To it was her staff party, and her coworker, who's the kindergarten teacher, her husband was the cocktailier for Port City Royal.
Oh, okay.
It was him
The
and
award-winning one.
yeah. So him
Yeah.
and the chef, they were like best friends, and they opened the business, and then something happened. She didn't get into very much details, but now, anyways, he has his own bar underneath Italian by Night. So I think, is that King Street? I can't remember.
No, that's
It's right by Five and Dime.
Italian by Night is, yeah, Five and Dime's kind of also under
Yes.
Italian by Night. Yeah.
Well,
So
Port City Royal is right across the street then from 5 and 9.
Yeah.
right. So yeah, like it's close. But yeah, we went there. So we started out at Woodchucks and did pretty good. Me and Libby can throw some axes, but we did end up getting beat.
Good time.
Yeah, the VP and I forget what her name is. They waxed us by like. I think actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, there were a couple of ass kissers, and the principal was the one that was keeping score, and she was pretty drunk. So I think she put her thumb on the scales a little bit, considering how much we won by the first one. You know, I don't know. But, anyways, so we went there. We started there, and then there was. Some of those people, like Facebook, like teacher chasers, like they're
Mhm.
kind of people that are like, I don't know what the fuck. They have nothing else better to do, I guess, but they don't feed their kids, but they still have money to go throw axes and have drinks.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense to me, but anyways, whatever. I'm not a fucking, I'm not white trash, so I wouldn't get it. Anywho, it should be, but I'm not. Anyways, and then we went there to get a drink, but it was full because it's a small bar, and there was like 20 of us, 10, 15, I guess. So we went to Five and Dime, and I got a drink. I got a Tom Collins, and it was disgusting. It just tasted like pineapple juice and nothing else. And then the coworker, her husband runs the other bar, and she's like, "Oh, I'll go get you a drink." So she went and got me a drink, got me a whiskey sour, brought it into Five and Dime, and gave it to me. Just said, "I need the glass back." Okay, fine. And it was fucking amazing. It was the best whiskey sour I've ever had in my life. It was just, the mix was just perfect, and you put pepper on top of the egg white, which is certainly a choice, but man, did it work. I found myself like drinking it like a milkshake, trying to get the fucking pepper in the egg white.
Yeah, he does egg whites really well. I used to get a drink he made called, well, it's a cocktail. It's in books and stuff, but he made it really well called Bud's Aviation, which was not totally unlike a whiskey sour. But yeah, the egg white was always a highlight. He just does it perfectly.
Yeah. I don't even know how he gets so much like volume to it. It's so light. It's like almost like the consistency of a spider web, which sounds gross, but is actually amazing.
Yeah.
I've never been a big egg white guy, but I'll take your word for it. Maybe because I haven't had a good one. Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe that's the problem. Like I've made them before, and I like it. I like it. It's fine. But whatever he did was just just so good. Oh man. Yeah, it was a good time. We stayed out probably far too late. Bev was very upset with us because we came home at like 12:30. We were supposed to be home at 10:30. Whatever. It's a night out. We haven't had a night out in fucking 2 months. Actually, we have not had a night out since we came to visit you guys. When was that? April?
Yeah, around then. Yeah. Well, I had been told I was being laid off. I hadn't stopped working yet.
Yeah.
So.
Beginning of April?
No, I think they told me I was laid off May 1st, actually. But it might have been like within a day or two.
Because we had the car. We bought the car. Was it beginning of April or middle of April? It was beginning of April we had the car. So it was somewhere. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, I think you're right. Because it was like about a month later before we took it for a long trip. Long trip. I've did the math on that. So far, we've spent. It's saved us about $700 worth of gas.
Okay.
Like comparing energy
Mhm.
for kilowatt hours for
Yeah.
for gas price, saved us about $800, and April, May, yeah. So we would have paid about 2 months worth of payments on it. Not bad, really. All said, all done. So it'd be like basically $400 for the last 2 months for a brand new car, essentially.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
That's great. $400 for 2 months.
Yeah, that's not bad. Well, plus insurance, I guess. I'm not counting insurance. That's another 70, I guess.
No.
But any new car would have cost you that anyways. We went from a 2013 Honda Civic. That thing was bad. Oh,
Getting scary.
oh man. Oh, like I think the front CV joint like went on the way to trade it off the dealership.
Oh no.
I was like, yeah, this fucking thing. Just throw the keys. Like, yeah, it's yours now. Your fucking problem. Deal. It's not worth the money we traded in for.
Sounds like our friend Dave's car.
Yeah.
He drove into work a few weeks ago, and his axle completely just let go. Every arm let go at the same time, and his wheel essentially fell off in the parking lot of work. Like it was.
Yeah.
It was
just geared out
sideways.
completely.
Yeah. And
to the point where I had to double check it. I was like, wait, what?
Am I seeing what I'm seeing? Yeah. No, but he took it in, and they managed to get him back on the road for $1,200, and I was like, that big of a fuck up, and they can get you back on the road for $1,200?
That's not bad.
I paid more for that than for just brakes, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, brakes is a fucking racket. Anyone can do brakes. All you need is you need an impact, a hammer, maybe an Allen key, maybe a blowtorch, and you can do a fucking set of rotors and brakes, no problem. 17 mil wrench, 17, 15, 13 mil wrench, no problem.
I would just do them with my friend. I'm never paying that again.
Yeah, I gotta do rotors. I did front pads, back pads. Front pads or front pads. Did front pads. I had maybe 20 thou of material left, kind of pushing the limit. But I should do rotors too. It's still a little shaky.
A little grind.
Oh yeah, did I tell you, Brad, I bought Tracy's snowblower?
Yes. Yeah, I don't know if you told me, but someone told me.
Yeah. So, what's going on there? He's selling
Last
stuff
I heard...
what's...
last I heard it was pretty done, but, you know.
God, that's what I'm saying. Fuck's sakes. He could do so much better.
Yeah. Will he though? Apparently they had a big game, or you were there, the games night at Greg and Shirley's, that was designed to get Al his next lady friend. Yeah.
And she hey, for someone over 50, she weren't bad. She got a good job and an accountant. It seemed pretty fucking perfect, but I feel like you try to force Al to do anything, he'll be just like, nah.
Right.
Just principle.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah. You want me to do that? No, thank you.
I'm good. Alright, boys. I'm headed to bed.
Alright.
Night.
Alright, good game.
I will talk to y'all soon, yeah?
Yes.
Talk to you soon.
See ya.
Alright. See ya.
I probably should. I'm gonna finish this whiskey drink.
Alright. Since I'm sitting at home all the time with actually I seem to be busy all the time, but since I do have time sitting at home, I bought the paid Ancestry.ca thing to try to fill that in more. So I've completely mapped out how myself and therefore Libby are related to President Calvin Coolidge.
What?
He's our eighth.
What?
He's our eighth cousin once removed.
What? Calvin
Here,
Coolidge.
hang on, I'll screen share.
Please do.
And actually, I can do the same thing with Matt Damon and Jane Fonda and Bill Nye the Science Guy and
That makes
Lucille Ball
sense.
from I Love Lucy. Yeah.
That does not surprise me. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Yeah, y'all a bunch of smart cookies. I get it. That's
Anyway,
fucking hilarious. Okay.
let me find this guy. It's Edward or Edmund? Edmund Rice. There we go. My 8th great grandfather. So, if we go down through Henry and a few generations of a Brewer family name, because, you know, women happen. Eventually we get to the
That's a few. That's like
Coolidges,
5.
and yeah, there's President Cal.
Calvin
And
Coolidge.
if we go here, this is all confusing because these two's daughter is this girl. So this guy married his aunt.
What?
So the tree
What?
gets a little screwy, but it comes together. It's the Rice family name, so it's Rice all the way down. There's Grampy, and
then everybody.
there's me, and there's Libby, and yeah. So if you zoom way out,
I'm in there.
you are in
So
there,
I am
yeah.
related to Calvin Coolidge, is what you're telling me.
By marriage, yes, at least. Possibly by not marriage, if you want me to start looking into it.
Have you watched that episode of Black Mirror?
No.
Yeah, I'm never getting a DNA test willingly. And never mind selling it to a private company. No way. No, sir. Not happening. That's really funny. That's really interesting, actually. So it's like, yeah, so how many generations? So 1, 2, so, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? 9 generations back?
Yeah.
So that's...
I mean, this guy's my 8th great grandfather. He'd be Calvin Coolidge's 7th great grandfather. So Libby and I are only a generation off. Which, if I click him, makes him our...
Your death 1933.
Death 1933. 8th cousin once removed.
It's like... Either you guys have way more generations, or they have way less. Because that's almost 100 years different. Almost 100 years.
Yeah, someone's having kids. I didn't bother mapping out all these people's like birthdays. I just wanted to get the connection there. It takes time, but
it is interesting. It is
Yeah.
interesting. Don't get me wrong. My curiosity, so there is a non-zero chance that I'm related to Elon Musk.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, once you start going back,
so my
it's something like
my
12 generations back.
So my
supposedly
grandfather,
related to everyone.
My grandfather came from the same town as Mae Musk, Swift Current. So, like I said, non-zero chance. You know how small town family trees work. They're more of a sage bush than a upright. You know, there's a lot more back and
definitely
forth here and there, and that's why I married 4,000 kilometers away.
Mm-hmm.
No chance.
There's a hint about you for some reason. Usually there's not hints about living people. SD Totterash, 2002 Winnipeg, Canadian phone book. Oh. Whatever.
SD, hold on. Maybe that might be my grandfather's brother's son?
No, that's not you, so I'm going to click ignore. Phone books are boring. It's like, yeah, they were on the phone.
Yeah. What's there for Libby?
No hints for Libby. I mean, her tree ends up being the same as mine.
Yeah.
There's not
Have yourselves a wonderful night.
Okay.
Have a good night.
See you, buddy. Good game.
I'll have to check these. I usually like to corroborate like a birth date or date of the child birth before I accept them, but I haven't really found many to reject on doing that, so I think Ancestry is more or less accurate.
Is more accurate,
Yeah, I haven't gone back really through our grandmother's side too far, because it was hard to get started. I couldn't find anything, even on like this generation.
Really?
But the Rices and the Grucci's.
Huh. Like, don't get me wrong, it does fascinate me. I am also very curious. I'm just I'm more suspicious that I am curious.
Oh, Gene. Is that the same Gene that's in another branch in my tree? Oh wait, I didn't accept that one up there. I'll accept this one and see if it... Because I had another Gene show up.
Gene.
Jean.
So how was my
Jean.
real talk? How was my French accent? Did I do okay?
Yeah, very good. Very good. It's not like screaming French. It's like actually it sounds like a French person that's been speaking English for a while.
Gotcha.
Which, you know what, actually, no, it doesn't, because French people never really develop. My aunt on my dad's side had an English-speaking husband for almost 50 years who doesn't even speak French, and
they never pluralize anything. It's like
no.
S does not, the S, that's one thing I've realized,
Yeah.
that S, th, and t are very English-only sounds. No one else has those three sounds. Nobody. The closest to Germans with sta. And that's about as far as it goes. So I find for accents, it's you kind of just, I don't know. I am decent at it, I guess. Because it's probably been a week and a half I've been preparing that. A week and a half. Actually, it was really last week that I decided I was gonna do that. Take that the direction that I took it. 2 weeks ago, I'd say. So that's when I really started leaning on it. So it's always been something that I pick up fairly quickly and easily.
Yeah.
Maybe I should be a voice actor. I don't know.
Maybe. I get ads sometimes for voice acting, like auditions and stuff.
On what? On Facebook or what?
Got some on Facebook. I got a couple emails through my website about like, you should audition for this. It's like, I've done no voice work. I do dirty adult comedy in small clubs in the Maritime, and you want me to be a voice on a children's TV show. Yeah, I think you're just, I mean, it's probably like an audition scam, like a paid audition thing, and then a lot of that.
I'm curious. It's too bad because the film industry here was getting really good, and then they fucking got rid of the subsidies, so they all left.
Yeah.
Which is like that's a smart subsidy. That like once you really have people by the balls, then you start to walk it back. Until then, you just don't overplay your hand.
Yeah.
Was that Blaine? I think that was Blaine, wasn't it?
That might have been even before Blaine. That might have gone back to David Allward, even last conservative premier.
Really? Yeah.
Before Brian Gallant.
Interesting. I'm noticing a trend lately of Ontarians moving back to Ontario. It's not just me then.
Yeah. I don't know if it's lack of opportunity, boredom, just the work from home, remote work not panning out to the level that people expected it to.
Yeah, well, with Irving Oil walking it back amongst others. It honestly, I really didn't think we were gonna ever go back to normal. I really didn't think so.
No, I thought it was. I was like, well, that's it. We're gonna live in a post-apocalyptic world. And then it was like, but the part of my microbiology background was, and kind of general scientific things, like there's a few laws that you can rely on regardless of the field that you're looking at, and one of those is regression toward the mean, which is things that have been normal for a long time are normal because they're driven to be that way through some physics or biological or chemical process.
There's a mechanism.
So
There's a method to
yeah,
madness, and there's a mechanism
yeah,
that drives the adaptation.
exactly, yeah. So like when you've got something that is a combination of more deadly and more contagious than anything else that's developed so far, then you expect that to move and mutate into something more familiar looking. Because
Gotcha.
if it was possible for something to be that combination of contagious and deadly, it would have already existed for a long time. I mean, you've seen
Yeah.
it before with bubonic plague and Spanish flu, but just like COVID, those became
They're
less prominent over time. Yeah,
flashes in the pan.
yeah. So
Sorry,
things
sorry.
develop at that.
Was I thought the bubonic plague was bacteria, or am I thinking the black plague?
Yes. Yeah, it doesn't really matter if it's viral or bacterial, just the whole mechanism of, because viruses are still subject to natural selection. So natural selection pushes things to typically be more contagious and less deadly. Because there's no, killing the host is just an accident for most microorganisms. It's not the goal. They don't really have a goal other than survive and reproduce.
So,
But
okay.
it's when their reproduction is something the host can't handle.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, it's funny.
that.
Like smallpox was such a menace for thousands of years,
Hmm. Yeah.
and then it's the one the hanger on from COVID is far too many people becoming skeptical about other vaccines,
Hmm.
and like,
Yeah.
okay, like, there was, the AstraZeneca, that wasn't great. That wasn't
Hmm.
great. It almost makes me think that there should be a phase 4 trial where they just like
Mm.
put it out into general population in one area and see what happens.
Yeah.
They do like a massive rollout. Like, just get rid of the controls, just see what the fuck happens.
Hmm.
Just don't do it on a massive, super duper big scale. Because, like, yeah, I felt bad. A guy I worked with, his grandmother had the AstraZeneca shot because she was at risk, and then she died of a heart attack 3 days later.
Mm.
Coincidence? Maybe, possibly.
Yeah.
But it seemed to be a thing.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what the data is going to show over the next 10 years.
Hmm.
People that got sick badly. I know their all-cause mortality is much higher than everybody else, but I'm just curious. I do, like I said, I am not skeptical. I know it was the right decision. For the most part, I've been very healthy since then. I had a few rough bits, but that's extenuating circumstances, working shift work, not sleeping very good at all, and have kids in daycare. Of course, I was getting sick a lot.
Yeah.
I found this is the longest stretch, I think, from now to Christmas, 6 months, that I haven't gotten sick at all. Basically.
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten sick more since my first battle with COVID than at any other time in my life.
Yeah.
And it's not close.
Yeah.
And I've had things that I haven't. I mean, I don't test anymore because but I've had 3 illnesses that I think were COVID, and then I've had 2 or 3 that I just assumed just didn't seem to fit it. But the ones that I've thought to be COVID, I react very badly to it every time. Like I get fevers and shakes and like Yeah.
Like for me, it's a progression. It starts bit of a runny nose, bit of a sore throat, lose your voice, and then into the lungs, and then give you the shits, and then get back to the lungs. That's been the pattern. Every time I've been really sick since COVID, that's the exact pattern. Every single time.
Okay.
Every single time. Just like clockwork. Da, 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 da. And it seems like I'm about 3 months ahead of everybody else on the schedule. Because I'll get it. So I guess I was sick one day. I guess I was sick one day in March. I guess yeah, that's 3 months ago. Fuck. Maybe I'm just on a 3-month schedule. Every 3 months. But like before Christmas dinner, before when you guys almost crashed your fucking car, or did crash your car.
Right. Yeah.
Like I went to the ER on the outpatients on Christmas Eve because I was fucked. I was like getting fucked again, and I had basically walking pneumonia in October. I went to the clinic and she was like, "Yeah, you sound fucking terrible. Take these, and if it doesn't get better, go to the hospital immediately." I'm like, okay, doesn't sound great.
No.
So, but I'm hoping getting out into the sun more will help that. Oh, fuck. No, it's 11:20.
Yeah.
Well,
It'd be good if it helped. I think I might start. Allie and I take multivitamins in winter. I might do that year round just to have the vitamin C constantly. Or just get vitamin C and D maybe.
yeah,
Or not D. I don't need D in the summer. But
well, I think I don't know. I wonder because I know it's fat soluble, so you're not gonna run out anyways. I take less in the summer, but I still take probably 1,000 IU's a day, just because I work inside.
Yeah.
And I didn't read the whole study. I just read the headline. But they say even like people that get a lot of sun exposure may die of melanoma, but they're a lot less likely to die of anything else.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah. The way I think about it too is vitamin D is so important. Our body made a biochemical reactor to make it.
Yeah.
Using the most available substance / energy source on the planet. So
That's a fair point.
Right?
Also, good chance that melanoma is pretty much completely cured by the time you would have to face it.
Very good point as well. I never wear sunscreen. I never do. And
Yeah.
I might get a little bit of a red, a little sore, but I'll never actually burn. Unless I'm like outside in the blazing heat beside the water, not moving for 18 hours, then I will probably get a burn. But otherwise, nah. Oh, I gotta do stuff tomorrow, so I should probably go. But good game, that was fun. Oh, I was gonna actually mention to you. I was gonna ask you. So, are you liking the two-hand more than the dual weapon?
I just like the greater potential for damage with that one swing.
You like the bigger hits. You like bigger hits.
Yeah, I like the bigger hits. Yeah, okay. Versus more hits.
All right.
But I've traditionally have rolled so poorly on just on the attack roll. I miss a lot, so I'm starting to consider if I should just start doing a 1-2 to increase my chances of hits, but
yeah, well, whatever you think is fun.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, whatever you think. If you do want to rework your character into something that's more fun, I'm very much in the school of thought. If somebody has a good reason and a good way to change things, and I'm not one that would shackle somebody like, oh, that's your character, you made it, fucking deal with it. Now,
Right.
if you're not having fun with the character, if it's not working, if it doesn't feel right, not
Hmm.
and not to say that you're not winning or whatever, you're not better than everyone else. That's not the point of the game. But if you feel like you're behind, that's a bad feeling. And I've had to do it before with
Right.
the character like this doesn't. Something's wrong here, and Liam did let me fix some things, but it took a bit of convincing and a fair bit of finagling. Versus, yeah, when Dan wanted to switch back to straight Warlock, but yeah, sure, whatever you think.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't like the sorcerer points Warlock thing, that's fine. Like, 100% your call.
Yeah. No, I'm not having any problem.
Yeah.
Keep rolling.
Well, the thing is too, like, because you have a fighting style, which we could change to great weapon fighting or savage attacker. I think one or the other. I'd have to look into it to see what makes sense, because like canonically there are different kinds of slayers. There's Doom Seekers, there's regular slayers, and then there's giant slayers, which are basically big axes, big swings. So there is something we could do to help you along with that. Should be able to. We should, if that's the direction you'd rather go in, instead, like, if your hand axes and your extra attacks are just kind of there as a maybe just in case, because I've noticed the last like 3 fights you haven't used it at all.
No, yeah. Well, I've just been that great axe is so I just look at the sheet. I'm like, why not go for it?
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? There already is a rapid hitter in the group with 2 weapons.
Yeah.
It makes sense just to distinguish yourself more. So you know what? Let's give me how much time you got?
All the time.
I suppose I put you back over here so I can see. Let's go. 2024 rules slightly different. That's fine. Let's go to the Hardex sheet. So what did I give you? So I gave you so dual wielder, +1 AC, 2 weapon fighting, even the one-handed weapons that are wielded aren't light. Blah blah blah. Bonus action. Why is it bonus action? And savage attacker. You have savage attacker already.
Yeah, that's been
once per turn when you hit
huge.
Hit a target. Have you been using that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you have 2 weapon fighting, so yeah, okay. So let's go 5e tools. Let's feats. Let's do Charger. When you take the dash action, your speed increases by 10 feet. If you move at least 10 feet in a straight line towards the target immediately before hitting with a melee attack as part of the attack action, choose one of the following effects. Gain a 1d8 bonus to the attack's damage roll, or push the target up to 10 feet away if it's no more than one size larger than you. You use this benefit only once on each of your turns. That's fun.
Yeah, that's good too, because if I can stack it a bit, is it part of the rage? I think rage eagle path. I can disengage and dash as part of my bonus action.
So you suddenly become a little
Yeah.
ball of fury with that.
Yeah, I can.
Because that would get you 40 feet.
Cover some distance and
Then you wouldn't
help out.
Then you wouldn't need range, and you'd be able to get yourself into position better.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I could do my one attack where I'm at, because I'm usually face to face with someone, and then I could get over to help.
Yeah. You know what? That seems pretty like a pretty decent idea. Let's see what else there is here. There's Crusher as well. Strength or Constitution by 1. Push. We hit a creature with attack that deals bludgeoning damage. Let's do that one. Durable. Mount combatant. Moderately armored. Martial. There's Great Weapon Master. I don't really like what they did with Great Weapon Master in 2024. It's extra proficiency bonus damage. Okay, this is cool though. Actually, okay, this is useful. Hugh, immediately after you score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce a creature to 0 hit points with one, you can make one attack with the same weapon as a bonus action. That's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
You also have Reckless Attack that you haven't really used much, eh?
Scared to, because I never connect. So,
well, it gives you
advantage
right?
on melee weapon attack rolls. Yeah. Attack rolls against you have advantage until your next turn. I get hit all the time anyway. Maybe I should just start using that, because unless my luck changes, the advantage doesn't. They hit me anyway.
Yeah. So Sentinel is also pretty cool. Immediately after a creature within 5 feet of you takes the disengage action or hits a target other than you with an attack, you make an opportunity attack. Any creature with an opportunity attack, the creature's speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn. Sentinel pairs really good with Polearm Master because you get a reaction strike, but that's neither here nor there. That's kind of a different build altogether. Speedy. Slasher was Slasher too. Not as cool. Nah, not nearly as cool. Hamstring. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals slashing damage, you reduce the speed of the creature by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. When you score a critical hit that deals slashing damage, your creature has disadvantage on attack rolls until the start of your next turn. Doesn't happen enough to really be worth it unless you pile into criticals. And even then. So the fighting styles. Okay, great weapon fighting. Okay. That kind of double dips on Savage Attack. You're probably gonna re-roll a 1 or a 2 anyways, right? So this one is when you roll damage for attack, you make it a melee weapon that you are holding with 2 hands. You can treat any 1 or 2 on a damage die as a 3. The benefit must have two-handed versatile property to gain this effect. That's pretty fucking mid. That's pretty fucking mid to me. What was 2014 Great Weapon Fighting? Maybe I like 2014 better.
Oh. There we go. Frozen for a billion years. Okay.
Yeah, Great Weapon Master. Great Weapon Master. Like 2014 Great Weapon Master is pretty fucking sweet. And I'm letting Thury use 2014 Sharpshooter. I like it. It's risk reward. I like it. I like choices. Choices are good. I think it was a mistake for them to take it out. So I would let you take I would let you take 2014 Great Weapon Master or what was the other one?
Disengage and dash and do all the crazy shit.
Where was that?
Eat.
Charger. Or Charger.
Sure.
Let you take one of those two. And then for a fighting style, let me look at the fighting styles here. Because you have two weapon fighting style, but that's basically useless for you. Okay. There's blind fighting, defense, dueling, great weapon fighting. Great weapon fighting really stacks onto savage attacker. That's kind of just too much re-rolling. It's not really a re-roll, but there's interception. Oh, that's kind of cool. So interception is kind of cool. When a creature you can see hits another creature within 5 feet of you with an attack roll, you can take a reaction to reduce the damage dealt to the target by 1d10 plus your proficiency bonus. You'll be holding a shield or a simpler martial weapon to use this reaction. Protection, thrown weapon fighting, 2 weapon fighting. You know what? Okay, maybe great weapon fighting isn't that bad. Not being able to roll less than a 3 on a big axe attack, that's okay. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Just thinking here, because on average, just trying to be equitable here. So that's about a plus. Assuming a 65% hit rate, which is what bounding accuracy is meant for. Plus 4, plus 3. The most you can get from great weapon fighting per turn is 2. 2 weapon fighting would give you on average 3. So if we bump that up from a 3 to a 4, would that be attractive enough? Great weapon fighting? You can't roll less than a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, great weapon fighting.
You want to do a damage die as a 4. So 1, 2, or 3 as a. What's the other 2? I don't think it beats out Charger still, because I'm just thinking of.
Not either. Both. Because right now you
Oh,
have
both.
dual wielder.
I have dual wielding.
You have dual wielder. That would be the feat swap. This is a fighting style
Yeah.
swap.
Oh, okay.
So that would net you. So you're rolling a d12, right?
Mhm.
It's not even that good. It's not even that good. It's not even that good. Yeah, compared to two-weapon fighting, that's not really even that good. Because two-weapon fighting pretty well guarantees you 3 damage a turn.
Mhm.
This is, so if you have a 65% chance to hit, and a 25% chance if you're using the great axe of it being less than a 4, right?
Mhm.
33%. So 33. So you're looking less than a 20% chance of getting anything from it. Period. And the most you can get is 3. I don't know. Blind fighting.
Blind fight. Yeah, situationally, it's cool.
Situationally, it's very, very good. It's a great weapon fighting. You know what? I would say canonically it makes sense. It does make sense for your 3 kinds of Slayer. You're either a regular Slayer, which would be two weapon fighting, Giant Slayer, which are great weapon fighting, or a Doom Seeker, which would be blind fighting, because they're literally just going and spinning. They
Yeah.
literally just go and
You-
spin. That's their whole fucking thing.
Mhm.
How about this? How about this? How about this? So you cannot roll less than your on your damage die than your proficiency bonus. So right now it's a 3. You can't roll less than a 3.
Yeah.
3 would be a 4. And then when you get to level 4, a 4 would be a 5, and then it would grow with you. Because that's exactly what two-weapon fighting would also grow with you. No,
Right.
it won't, but two-weapon fighting should be more reliable. That would give you more top end. Because that means
Mhm.
when you get to proficiency bonus 6, that means you can never roll less than half.
Right.
And especially once you start stacking dice and start doing crits, then you got some bigger damage.
Mm.
I think we can homebrew that.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Okay. Here, I'll do it here. And what are you feeling for a feat? Are you feeling Charger? features fighting style dropped. Okay. Fighting style. Not there. Where the fuck did it go? I am. There it is. Okay. Oh, so this is the old. Okay. So this is the old one. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Where'd it go? So I would say, yeah, because that actually feeds really well with Savage Attacker, because that means you can, it's not a risk. Like if you get a 5 and you need to hit big, you can re-roll again and you're either get a 5 or a 4.
Yeah.
So that actually does work well, and then that will, you're probably do less re-rolling anyways. Cannot roll lower than your proficiency bonus. That seems pretty clear cut to me. Cannot roll lower than your proficiency bonus. So, yep. Okay. Fuck. What the fuck? You piece of shit. I'm editing it.
Yep.
I reload. Fucking roll 20. Sunk cost fallacy is a fucking thing. Anyways. Okay, yeah, because that for now starts you with the minimum you can do is a 3, which would give you about +2-ish, assuming 2 attacks, assuming you hit with 1 attack, assuming it's a fair few assumptions, but it should give you +2 damage per turn roughly for now. you'll get more as you go. By the time you hit level 4, it's I was debating doing that or your strength modifier, but strength modifier has a lower ceiling than proficiency modifier does. So to me, it makes sense, right? Because it's more of a skill thing than it is necessarily a strength thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. What do you think for your feet?
I think Charger is the clear
winner.
choice. Yeah, I mean
it solves a lot of problems.
Well, yeah, because I've hit the situation a few times now, where with Rage of the Eagle, I wanted to disengage and dash, but like all I'm gonna be doing is run away somewhere. When what I want to be able to do is strike where I'm at and then provide backup to whoever needs it in the same turn.
Yeah, and this gives you extra damage too. 1d8
Yeah.
attacks damage. Push the target up to 10 feet. That's.
Yeah, I could also just move them off of.
Yeah, it's more to do.
No.
It's more.
Yeah.
Pushing guys around is fun.
Yeah.
Fast movement.
To actually have one of us able to affect the layout of the battlefield a bit.
Yeah.
Would be neat.
Yeah, exactly. So there's your charge attack. Yeah. So you could do that, reckless. I wonder if I can make it an effect. Here, hold on. I wonder if I can make it that feat an effect. Add effect. Apply to dice value. No, yeah, it doesn't look like I can do anything with that. But, so, I'm going to tweak that a little bit. On the weapons. Because that could get, once you start stacking some stuff on there, that could get a little out of hand in a hurry.
Yeah.
So, I think that's fair. Play as you see fit. We can trade that silvered axe out at some point. You still have it. You can use it versatile, right? You can still use it for the time being. Do you want me to find you a new picture, or do you want to try to find one for yourself?
I can work with that.
Okay.
Try to get something similar.
Yeah. See what you can find and send it to me, and then I'll plug it in. Plug and play.
All right.
There. That's good. Learn some things, change some things. Fuck off, Epson printer. Yes, I'm sure. If I need you, I'll let you know. God damn it. Okay, that's it for me. I will talk to you later.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you too.